Got to turn that volume down. Something is weird. Sometimes I don't know what it is with my volume. Sometimes I can barely hear it, and then other times it's like blowing my eardrums out. That ours?
Yeah, yeah, this is our monk.
No, no, I meant Mob.
Yeah, and he's attacking the. And the other one's missed. Sounds good. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but we are over in Seb, as you guys can see, and we're going to be moving down to NG. We have an enchanter, a rogue, a monk, and a cleric, and this group is going to kick some serious butt, and hopefully get some pretty good loot here in a second. And the monk was like, "Oh crap, you're that YouTube guy. Oh, what's up, man?" So, big shout out goes to Mank for joining the group. And he's like, "I gotta drink some water here." We took a short break right there, guys, and I got me something to eat finally all day. I hadn't got anything. Been doing a lot of those like 14-hour streams, and realized, man, I gotta take a short break in between some of those, and just kind of rest and get something to eat. So I hope you guys understand that one. Oh, you guys are kicking butt. There you go. He's running.
Where'd you say we want to go, NG?
NG, yeah.
Oh, wait, do I have any photos? I don't think I do.
Yeah, the monk's gonna pull it. He knows the way. He was actually just there a minute ago, which is why we know it's open.
Nope. Okay. Let's...
Technically open. I think there's another camp pool in it, but they're not sitting there, and so it's kind of free to move in right now. Only things that are camped at the moment that we could get a clarification on is King and Crypt, and so we should be good. What buffs do you have on you right now?
My teacher buff.
You're breaking up on me on that one, man.
Spirit of the Wolf. Remora. Heroic Bond. And I guess the haste spell.
Oh, okay. Oh, crap.
My handling is pretty good. And I haven't been watching the image shield, so sorry.
There shouldn't be any damage shield. I'm getting rid of that. And he's asking for group resist magic from the enchanter right there.
Wouldn't hurt.
He wasn't in range to get it though. Sorry, guys. All right, shaman. Just gonna go ahead and cast my paralyzing earth on it ahead of time. Seems to last for a good set of amount of time. I think it's like 3 or 5 minutes. It's something crazy, and it's almost 100% guaranteed to last that amount of time, from what I've seen. Now, don't hold me to that one because you may cast it and immediately fade on you, but I have not seen that to be the case. In fact, I have not seen it prematurely fade or get to resist it at all since I've gotten the spell. So I think there's like 100% guarantee chance on it, but I don't think I've ever looked up the spell itself to see if that's actually the case or not. Just going by experience on this one. Yeah, read it that one.
It's a pity the monks can't get some kind of aggro.
He can. I gave him root. So whoever's closest to the mob.
Okay there?
Yeah, yeah. It's just I just got done eating, so
Something that's stuck in the wrong input.
yeah, a little bit.
You'll find that happens a lot more as you get older.
I'm pretty old, man. Yeah, let me go ahead and give this guy a little bit more life because he has a semi-decent pool ahead of him. I think there's 3 or 4 mobs down that little ramp, so
I
I'd
think you
like
got
to.
the two by the door. Yeah, you did. Yeah, they said they'd probably be on tomorrow, but she had to go to work later tonight, tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody got to get up early in the morning for sure.
I got a doctor supposed to come by and check my foot out tomorrow for a pair of orthopedic shoes. They're fitting me. Every year I get one specially made for my feet. You know what those shoes would cost out of pocket?
Alpha man, you want to loot that gym?
Huh? Oh. Oh, we going alpha?
Mm-hmm.
Ruby! I might start save those up and go down and do the
Yeah, you
little.
should. Make sure you're assisting.
Well, he was on this second. So
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure because he's running down there. Just one, nice.
he's pretty good at pulling. I need to get better with a wobble doing that.
Yeah, it's a skill, man. I've gotten a little bit on some of those, but man, when you're pulling casters, frustrating.
Especially shamans.
Shamans. They either
They,
blind you or they dispel all your buffs off of you, and then you got to sit there and wait for them to cast and finish. And yeah, there's a trick to those guys, and these guys at this level, they seem to have it.
yeah, it seems like when I get two shamans, one will cast like a split second before the second, and if I try to catch the feign, it never seems to catch just right.
I don't know. 3 to 4 casters period seems to be the max that I could that can possibly do. There's this one pool in Lower Guck where there's wizards. There's 3 wizards sitting there. I can't pull that one. There's only 3 of them, but the fact that they all cast, each one of them does about 30% of my life with every single cast that they have. Somehow, even though it's only 30%, you would think that would be like 90% of my life. I'd be okay. It always results with me being dead after they all get a cast. So
Hmm?
one of them is doing a little bit more than 30%, or some of them are doing like 32 or whatever, but it ends up being 100%. And I don't get even that remote chance to survive
Yeah,
that pool, which really sucks because it's a good experience.
yeah, because that El Wapo did that. He snuck past, ran around the corner to that little safe hole just before you go up to the assassin supply room. Thing. And then you get like a second or so later, you're flip, 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 and they all 3 of them freaking nuked me.
Yeah. Yeah, I leave that side alone unless I got a healer.
Before they got there.
If I got a healer there with me, that can toss me a heal in between or something to
Hey,
something to block a little bit. What's that?
your boots match your up.
Yeah, the clown stripper boots. How you guys think about my new outfit? I got my new boots here. They're pretty nice on the stats. The reason I'm wearing them is not for the wisdom that it gives, which is only 3. It's kind of small compared to the golden Afridi boots that I had. But the fact that they give so much AC compared to the other ones, I think it's something like 20 something. So we'll take a look at them here in a second once I get done casting. And you guys can see. Yeah, Templar boots, 27 AC, cast abundant drink, so I can summon as much of a drink as I want. 2 strength, 5 stamina, so I get a little bit more hit points, which is always, somewhat nice. It's not really one of my main stats, but I'll take it. 3 wisdom, and then 1 to fire, cold, and magic on resist, which is pretty nice. But the golden Afridi boots, they give me more mana. 9 wisdom. However, besides the fact that AC is really nice if I do take any hits, another reason that I did it is because I'm getting very close to being maxed out on my wisdom, and once you get maxed out, I think this is 255, you don't really need any more. So Golden fruity boots are nice if you're going for high wisdom, but once you get to that point, you're not really getting any more out of it. Ah, hey, Sarl. Yeah, yeah, we got a group going on in here. Very close to getting my level, as you guys can see on my experience bar right there. And I was just showing off my, well, maybe not showing them off because they're absolutely hideous, but my new stripper clown boots, which makes my guy look absolutely ridiculous. I'm not
Uh,
really sure why they're pinkish, purplish, reddish color, but
They just look red to me, like actual brick red.
the most important, they look good. I don't know if they look good. They're a little high up for boots, and yeah, maybe if I had the pants to go with it, it might look a little better. But man, it's kind of rough to see my guy like this. A little bit like a clown, I think. A little bit more like a stripper. We're moving up.
I'm moving up to take a peek, so I'm sneaking and hiding. Oh, he's pulling back. He's got a gin wizard.
There we go. Wizard is going down.
I think he did an area effect. You can see. I think he nailed it.
Be honest, as long as I have Marker Karn on this guy and Root, you guys don't seem to take any damage. Except for the monk. Every like 3 or 4 fights I'll toss him a hill, but looks like you're set for the snow. Yeah, or the rain, one or the other. It has actually been raining here the last 3 days, so maybe my character is summoning my inner, flood child or something weird like that. But yeah. Took me a long time to save up the gems and the money to get the breastplate and the boots. Breastplate is absolutely fantastic. I love the breastplate. By far my best piece on my entire guy right now. I mean, you can't really resist the pure mana or the wisdom that are on those.
Oh,
Plus
we got another gem.
the resist.
Rip.
Oh, okay, I'll take that one.
Whoa!
Eh, a little bit of flux. Just make sure you don't fall off.
I went way up there and bounced off the ceiling.
Let's get that marker con on that guy. Oh man, somebody's at NG now.
Oh, we got Disco.
Matt and ABC too. 54 rogue looking for group. We can get the rogue.
There's some resisting most spells.
There's an ad. He's a pet, maybe? Yeah, I think he's a pet. Oh, man. Let's scoop this thing up. I don't know. Maybe this guy doesn't have the cap.
Maybe he's just sitting here.
Yeah, Fledchild. That's a new one. In other news, hi, guys. Hey, Mystery.
It's a mystery.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to be coughing in your ear a little bit. Jeez, I don't know where that even came from. So did you guys get something to eat tonight? Y'all
I just made a quick ham and cheese sandwich. It's a
ham and cheese sandwich?
with spicy brown breast.
That's not bad. This actually sounds pretty good. Is that 1%? Oh, is he gonna fall down?
I think someone did.
Ooh, he went. He would kill them, but hopefully, did he? Are you able
right
to?
here.
Are you able to loot it?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Nothing but a little coin. We killing it or?
I don't know. I think he has it as a pet.
Yeah, but you might say kill it, kill it.
Let's see what Thao is gonna do. He might be camping this. Well, we were headed to NG because nobody was here, but it might be camped already. This guy was at entrance a few minutes ago before we moved down, so.
He probably busied up and got past us. Is this troll too old for you to res?
He's not on right now. I checked.
He's got 2 hours and 58 minutes. There's
Yeah.
res timer.
Yeah, but he's not on. Yeah, we were just trying to come in here and maybe get a little bit of experience, maybe a little bit of loot if we're lucky. But you know, it's Seb, so there's good camps. There's really no bad camps.
And people also forget about the jail, unless it's part of ABC.
Not really. I mean, it can be. All these areas can be part of something else if you have a really uber group. But most people don't pull jail, from what I've seen.
Are we over there?
Yeah, we're fighting this. If you want to come over here and help get some of that DPS in there,
Which one is he on?
we got 2 mobs here. Let me go ahead and get both these guys rooted and anti-dotted up.
Probably won't make a level tonight. Should at least get one.
You never know. We could get a level out of it.
Remember, 57 is a super hill level.
What's he doing? Is he leaving? Or is he just trying to find something to kill? There we go. More DPS means more stuff we can get into. More names we might be able to get a handle on.
So another rogue?
Yeah, 2 rogues is better than 1. Yeah, he was just looking for something to pull.
Let's see, looks like he's got his epic and that burning rapier. Does kind of look like it.
Yeah, he seems like he's pretty well outfitted. 2 epic rogues for backstabbing, and the monk is actually holding aggro. That is pretty amazing.
That's because I'm letting him get a couple hits before I jump in.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, with 2 rogues, you think it would be ping-ponging back and forth between the 2 of you, but you can see that both of you are staying at max range. I don't even know if I really need to root these guys. I'm going to anyways, but...
Got a chanter. He'll probably be on the ball of his.
As far as I know, the enchanter doesn't really have any type of snare unless there's an item out there I'm not aware of, but haste when possible. Yeah, you know he's gonna get you.
And it's spider fur choker I ended up giving to my first level chanter. Still got quite a few empty spots to fill.
You know, enchanters are one of those classes where I've seen people just do some amazing things with them, but when I think about trying to do that myself, I don't know if I'd have the skill level to do it. And so I kind of give enchanters a wide berth. I praise them when they're amazing, and then I try not to group with them when they're not so amazing, because it is one of those classes that if you can get somebody who's skilled, it makes everybody's life so much easier. In fact, if they're really skilled, the same thing kind of goes with a bard. You don't really even have to do anything. They're almost pulling the entire group all by themselves, and it's not true. The bard's not able to do these camps by themselves, or enchanters most of the time, but they enhance everything else that everybody else is doing to such an extent. You can kind of chill. You can sit back and do like the bare minimum that your class has to do. Man, I don't know how many of these mobs are actually pets and which ones.
They all look alike, don't they?
Yeah, he needs to. Well, he doesn't need to, but I mean, I found it a lot easier if you can turn it into the Howler, the
Yeah.
form of the Howler, and that way I know which pet or which one's a pet and which one's not.
I think it's the core shaman. I think.
Get there, you go. You got it.
Oh, thanks, Blake. Hardest part when I had my shaman on red was getting the target quickly. Well, we got a damage shield.
The one you're attacking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already almost dead, but I'll try to take it off. Charmer Ranger NPC for Snare. Yeah, that would actually kind of work. This he's gonna land like with 10%. Yeah, it's a waste of time. At least the last little bit gave you some life. Oh no, not the wizard. There you go. Excuse me, what time do you guys start your sky raids on Saturday when you do them?
8 p.m. Central.
Alright. I would not know since I don't raid with Blackheart Pirates anymore, but
It really hasn't changed.
they really do love going to the plane of sky. There is a emerald ring here. I believe
I got
it
one. You
is
got one.
Peg's turn.
You tell which one. Oh, this one.
By the time I get to it, it's already at like 20%. It's nothing like a cleric getting to the battlefield late. Did he pick up his ring?
Hi.
Yeah, he got it. Don't want him to miss out because he's busy doing his job. Yeah, it's going to be a little hectic, guys, getting down to the camp, but once we get in there and we get set up,
Donnie's on. She's running anonymous right now.
okay, so yeah, it was Meg's last. Oh, man, I hate dealing with loot, trying to figure out whose turn it is and who goes with which one. Which, might actually work out to his favor since we're going to take on some of these guys. And these guys tend to drop a whole lot better loot for gems.
I wonder how they decide which pet the best for charm
What's that?
and enchanter. How they say, oh, I'm going to take this one over this one because it tends to be better. Wonder how they decide. Is it the first one they took?
I don't know. You were breaking up on that one. I didn't hear a word you said.
I was just wondering, how does an enchanter know which mob to enchant?
Oh, I'm sure experience. Doing that a lot throughout their career, getting up to this point. It's not like you just started yesterday, and that certain mobs tend to be easily mezzed or charmed versus other ones. I'm kind of seeing that myself with my wizard, not with the charming aspect, but just with the fact that when I attack a mob with my spells, some of them tend to resist a whole lot more than other ones, and those are the ones I tend to avoid casting in a fight. What I'll have a lot of the time is when I'm in a group, I can actually throw in a damage spell maybe 1 out of every 3 fights. I know it sounds horrible on the ratio, and it kind of is for the most part, but that's just one of those things you have to kind of deal with a wizard. You use so much mana for a blast that if you're in a really good group and they're just pulling and pulling and pulling, you're not going to be able to participate in every single one of those. So you kind of have to
Yeah.
pick and choose when you're going to actually attack. And it can make a pretty big difference, though. Like if you are sitting there watching and you're just like, okay, I'm going to attack here because this is a shaman and he heals himself right at the very end. I can attack at like 60% and I can kill the mob in one shot. Don't have to worry about the mob healing or even having a chance to do any of that. It's absolutely amazing with that class. But there are mobs, like I said, that just they resist, and there's nothing quite like sitting down waiting for a minute, 2 minutes for your mana to go back up so that you can actually participate in the fight, so that you can get resisted and do absolutely nothing. It feels like wasted time, and I hate feeling like I'm not participating, like I'm not contributing to the group's success and overall, accomplishment of mobs being killed. So,
Oh, we got Black Sapphire, uh, Defoliation, which is a necro spell, I believe. Yep, 52 level necro,
nah, just link it,
and a Sapphire
link it.
on the beetle. That beetle close to you.
Yeah, they're
This
too far
one,
back.
and you got a Jasper. Boy, what a cheap bastard!
Oh crap! Enchantress going down. Come on, heal, heal, heal.
Did he die? No,
No, no,
yeah.
he's good. He's good.
Are we gonna roll in the Black Sapphire?
Are we? Do you know?
I always thought that was one of the ones that we rolled on, and then who was ever turned for the Sapphire?
You can mention it in the group. Okay, so Slayer got the sapphire necklace. If Monk wants to get, did he already get one?
I don't know. I didn't see the tell or the flavor text. Okay. Yeah, let me loot it, and we'll just give it to whoever wins it or what.
Well, I think the sapphire is yours,
Mine? I
and
lost track.
yeah, because they're saying back to A. I never saw BS. Yeah, it can random after fight.
Okay. I got it so it doesn't rot. I hate letting me lock. Oh, a name.
I'll let you do the loot, man. That way I can just worry about healing if you want, and that way,
All
if you
right.
want to tell them that they can random or all that other stuff. Ah, thanks, Mr. Guest. Yeah, I did get my level. I haven't got to my spell just yet, but we'll get to that here in a second.
Oh, who's it in my inventory? There it is, all in the same place.
Okay. Actually, I have a hot button that does that, so I don't have to.
33. Is that Phoenix?
So let's scale Nekar. That's actually pretty nice.
78 to Pegasus, whatever. Did you roll, Demi?
Yeah, I rolled. Got 53.
Okay, you didn't win that one. I'm randoming now. and I
14.
got a 14. So it was
Sliver?
who-
No, it
some
was Peg. Peg was
Peg.
75.
Peg. Peg. Yeah.
If you
Where's he
wanna
at?
if you wanna loot that neck guard as well, and then we can random on that on the inside.
Where's Peg? Where is he?
He's the enchanter. Don't get him while it's in the middle of the fight. Just loot that neck guard.
What neck guard?
The one on the main guy.
Back here?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you can give it to him after the fight. That way you don't interrupt his targeting if he needs to mez or things of that sort. Alright, where's my spell? There it is. Holy crap, this guy's gonna die. Yeah, Ice Comet. It's a thing. Alright, maybe I can find some time to end my spell for a second. There we go.
kill this, and I'll hint him the gem. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Damn, my eyes. I got a feeling in the next 5 years I'm gonna have to put this game up. Actually, probably all games. Sit around and listen to the TV like a radio.
I didn't even realize those were worth more 500 platinum to people. So did you loot? You give it to the guy already or no?
Not yet, not yet.
Alright.
That's,
The black sapphire, yeah. And then we can random on the other one when we're in the room. Hopefully nobody dies. I need clarity. There we go. Sorry guys, I did tell you that our attention would be kind of distracted until we get inside that room. It's kind of a lot to look at, and there's always so many more pulls. Once you're in there, you don't have to move anymore, and the guys can kind of single pull it to you a little bit easier.
alright, what the hell?
What's up?
I was on the frog for a split second, then went to the beetle. Well, maybe that's why he's charmed. I'll get that.
Because everybody's doing pretty good. Can't believe I actually got my level, though.
Just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a little while ago, but... Yeah, I'm going to have to get a little bit more to make sure I don't lose it when I die.
At least 20%.
Jeez, 20% at level 57?
Yeah, because I died just in, and I went back down 30%.
Okay, so I'm next, right? Because you got one already?
The did another one drop? I didn't see it drop.
What's worth more, Star Ruby or Ruby?
I believe the Star Ruby. Or they're the same price.
Unless you guys don't count Star Rubies.
But it is a Ruby. This one. Right here.
Oh, okay. So you don't count Star Rubies?
Yeah. They're part of the loot table, as far as I'm aware.
No, okay.
There's that one. Who gets the next gem?
Well, you already got yours, right?
Yeah, that sapphire.
Give it to... Mink?
Where's he at? Oh, we'll wait for him to stop killing. Maybe we'll wait for him to stop killing.
Dead paladin on the floor was grouped with him. Let's see, is he still on? E-I-G-I-E-G. Jeez, talk about a name. Nope, nobody's on by that name. Oh, make.
Uh-oh.
Should I heal him? We
Uh,
died.
I think he feigned. I think he feigned. I'll sneak out there and take a look. Except I didn't sneak. There we go. I believe he feigned it off. Oh, somewhere he feigned it off.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
good.
there it is. There he is.
Let's kill core first. Alright. Whew, okay, we made it to the room and we are good. Now we can random on that net guard.
After this fight. I'm gonna drop a heal on. Yeah, yeah. Hi.
Jeez. Chanter, man. You get hit so hard, so fast. Take your
One
eyes
hit.
off for just a second. Okay. Did you random already?
No, I'm about to though.
Everybody passed on except for you and me. Yeah, I got 94.
You probably got it. Oh, I gotta move my scroll down.
19.
Here's yours. Where you at?
Bed. It's the softest place in the room. Get to sit on my butt all day long. I want to sit right on the edge of the bed.
Guard. It looks like a pretty good piece. Not bad piece, I should say.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm sneaking. There.
Okay.
Get up. Hey, has Slayer gotten anything yet? Slide? Zipper?
Yeah, he's got in a gym.
Okay. I haven't given him anything.
No, he's looted it when we told him to.
Oh.
Jeez, this is gonna...
Hank was dying again.
I need a mid. Did I give you clarity? Yeah, got it. Clarity 2, in fact.
This monk's got Puller's disease.
No, I mean, he's fine. It's just when he's pulling a large room and he's breaking it for the very first time, he's bound to, take some hits. And that will eat through my mana. But once he gets everything broken, he's pulling in singles nonstop, there's not going to be any issues with any of that, so...
Anybody want the spell?
I don't think
Mage.
so.
Mage spell.
I don't think most people want the spells that drop here unless they're the big one, like Bedlam.
Bedlam and Topher. Well, imagine that one mob has glitched, and every inventory slot it had a Topher in it.
That would be broken, and if they found out about it, they'd have to take it
Just
away
give
from you.
everybody one.
Yeah, they'd have to take it away from you.
Who? If everyone gets one,
I'm saying the GMs, if they found out that was going on.
but he delete it from everybody, or just one person?
All of them, like whoever picked them all up.
Well, we'd leave some, because there'd only be max 6 people. And there's like, what, 18 slots in those things?
Torpor?
No. In a mob's inventory.
You're talking about the spell Torpor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not lore.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, how many slots? When you loot a mob, how many slots are available?
Oh, I don't know. A lot. I mean, you could have...
I think it's 18.
I mean,
Visible.
even if it's 18, so everybody gets like 4.
Oh, guess what?
What, Peridot?
Yeah, for you. Oh, he didn't like you sit down at all.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Did
ever
you
happened.
rise? Did you when I came in the room?
I don't think that's ever happened. I probably would assume if it ever did, the GMs would have to do something about it. Unless you didn't tell anybody,
Yeah, just everyone walked away with one one spell.
But that doesn't really apply to us since we're streaming everything live. People will find out about it. It's more like a wishful thinking. What if I won the lottery? Because that's what that is. You know, like if you got 4 or 5 torpors each off of the mobs, that is a fortune in its own right. What are they going for? 120, 140k a piece?
I wouldn't sell them for that much. That's ridiculous.
Well, you don't have to sell it for that much, but that's what they're worth.
That's what dummies pay for it. But shoot.
Now, well, that's what people pay for it if they want it. If you don't want torpor, you don't have to pay for
Or you know what you could do? Loot them all and just go give them away to every chamois you see.
it.
Here you go. One for you. One for you. Be like Oprah.
Bam, yeah. Who wouldn't? I mean, that would just be
That would be
so
awesome at a
outrageous.
giveaway, wouldn't it? Sam, you get a toper, and you get a toper, and you get a toper.
Be honest, the newbies probably wouldn't be able to know enough to appreciate it, and some of them might actually sell it to a vendor, thinking that
Oh,
I'm not going to use it anytime soon. And
well, I would first target all the shamans I see first.
that's what I'm saying. You can give it to a shaman, but he's like, "Oh, that's a level 60 spell. I'm not going to use that anytime soon." Put it in the bank, leave it there, sell it.
At least that way you're looking at it, you're not being greedy about it. GMs be scratching their head on that one. What the hell are they doing?
Yeah, I like I said, I don't think that's ever going to happen, but
More topers are dropped than that set shamans that are on the server.
I don't know about that. If there was more spells for that class than there are shamans, the spell wouldn't be worth what it is.
Yeah, that would seriously drop the value of the spell now, wouldn't
A little bit.
it? A little bit. It'd
It,
be like I prospects. It'd be like if I went and found in like a weekend 100 pounds of gold and dropped it all on the market at one time.
it would recover very quickly though because you weren't doing that every weekend. Now, if you could find that mob and he continually dropped that many spells every single time, then that would make a huge impact on the price. But just dropping 10,000 pounds of gold on the market, it would recover as soon as people bought that and then started selling it at the price that they want to sell it at. Because there's always somebody out there who's like, "You're selling it at a low price. I'll buy everything you have and I'll hold on to it a few months. The price will recover. I'll then sell it and I make all that profit for myself." Same thing would go with those spells. People would buy them at the low price, hold on to it, and then it would go right back up. It's an interesting idea, though. I mean, but it's never going to happen. Which is good, because some of those spells are supposed to be tough to get. Might have a
Yeah,
problem
you're not supposed to
taking
be what you say 20k worth or 120k.
120 to 140 from what I heard last.
Yeah, it should never be that price, no matter what. Now I could see like 20 or maybe 30k.
Well, the whole thing behind it is if there are, say, 40 shamans on the server, which there's clearly a lot more than that, but say there's only 40 shamans on the server, and people have been on that server for 6 or 7 months and they've only seen one spell drop, then how much money do those 40 shamans have, or the guilds for those 40 shamans have, that are willing to help buy that spell, the only spell on the entire server? It's supply and demand. There's just not
Yeah,
enough
take
spells
a
to go around.
guild for someone to afford that.
Sometimes, I mean, but sometimes people can go off and they can camp items for themselves and they know what they're doing and they make a lot of money doing it. And that's one of the beautiful things about this game is you don't necessarily have to go to the common spots. We go to, Seb and KC and those zones that people were very accustomed to going to and doing experience runs and loot runs. But there's other people who go off the beaten path. Nibris is one of them, and I don't stream or record a lot of the stuff I do with him because he doesn't want all those secrets kind of revealed. But being able to see that for myself firsthand about where he goes and how he does his stuff, it's really amazing that he's able to do this. But he's worked very hard to figure out the technique that he needs to use for his class to be able to actually kill these mobs by himself or with one other person. pretty cool, and the loot that he gets is worth so much money. It it's one of the main reasons I was able to get these boots. You know, is he split a little bit of the money with me for helping him out one night, and yeah, like crazy. So I could definitely see people having 120k worth of plat on themselves alone if they did things like that. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. You're not going to get it overnight. And he only has one character. He plays that one enchanter, not 15 alts like I have, which is pretty much every class that you can imagine, except for enchanter. That's the only class I have not made a tune for on P99 is enchanter, and it's because I'm intimidated by the class, to be honest. Like seriously intimidated by it. So
I'm that way with the bard because I can't kite for the damn.
well, you don't have to kite with the bard. You can do a bard strictly for groups, and they're amazing in groups.
Because I was running around East Freeport or West Freeport there at the newbie area with my I call him merchant, not merchant, but merchant, and he's fully equipped in Lambit and a few other items I threw on him. And I'm running around in a strafing circle, and I'm still getting hit. I'm like, how the hell is this supposed to work?
Yeah, I mean, I can't give you techniques on doing the bard as soloing kind of thing. That is something I'm kind of learning myself when I'm playing my bard, and he's only level 5. But it's definitely a different aspect of the game that I haven't experienced, but one that I enjoy. Like, even if I die, I still have fun doing it. Nah, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I mean, even if I die with the bard, I'm okay with it. But if I play an enchanter, the reason I'm not okay with that one is because so much of the group's survival is dependent on how quick your reflexes are. If you're doing a stream and you're talking to the people on your chat channel, or you're looking in say, you're looking at the health bars, you're doing pretty much anything other than your job, there is a really good chance that at least one person is going to die, or the entire group. That's a lot of pressure. And I don't know, like, my clicking skills have never been the greatest as far as selecting enemies. That is the only thing holding me up. Like, I don't mind the quickness. I've done that on clerics where you got to be very quick on the draw to get that heal out, otherwise people die. But being able to select the enemies when there's 14 of them all stacked right on top of each other, and you did an area effect stun to kind of get them all, to stop hitting everybody. The moment that stun is over, and you only have a few seconds to kind of figure it out, they're all going to be coming at you. And I do realize you have an area effect mez as well, but it's not nearly as good. So what I see a lot of enchanters do is they do the area effect stun, they do the area effect mez, and then they will individually go through the different mobs and mez each and every single one of them so that it lasts longer. And then they go back through the rotation again and again and again until everybody's kind of, gotten through each one of those mobs one by one and killed them all. That is the trick that I haven't quite figured out. I know there's a button you can make to scroll through mobs and things of that sort, but it's not always that accurate. And I see a lot of the times with tanks, they have a very hard time selecting enemies that they're looking for when they're looking for more than like 4 at a time. Come on, wizard. There you go. Ooh, slow's gone. Okay, so he's gonna be able to pull.
Who gets the next gem? Emerald ring we got.
I think you gave the last one to Mank, right? So
yeah.
So pay.
Okay. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Hiding in the corner. Nobody puts pay in the corner.
Except for himself. A nice little spot for him. Ixtar Necromancer. Hopefully that's just 1 and not 3.
Oh, we got 2 frogs and then Ixar. Who's he on?
He's on the Necro.
Come on.
One's on our Enchanter.
I gotta go and find me a new what do you call it? Interface for my mouse. I lose it in the middle of my picture. So
Interface for your mouse? What do you mean?
make it bigger because it's kind of tiny. I like the look of it, but I move it around, I can lose sight of it.
Oh, because there's too many sparkles.
That and the current up.
Yeah, I don't know if you're still talking, but I can't hear a word you're saying.
Wonder why the response thing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, every once in a while. I mean, definitely cut out here and there. All
Yeah,
right.
a lot of times the mouse when I'm moving it around just disappears on lose sight of it. It's like, okay, where is it? I gotta click on this mob. I can't find the thing.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. Is like once you get good enough and you're actually doing the rates. Well, I see a lot of people don't even use the mouse. They have a button they can click to kind of rotate through the enemies. They have a hot button so they can assist the target. And F1, F2, F3, F4, all the way to F6 will get you
Hmm.
through all the people in your group so that you can target them, and then hit the assist button, auto attack, and all done with the number keys without you even having to use the mouse. So
Yeah, I've tried setting that up where it cycles through the nearest to the furthest mob, and it always starts at the furthest mob and stays on that one mob.
and that's what I was talking about. Is just that's one thing that's holding me back on creating an enchanter. Because if I did an enchanter, I'd want to be good at it. I wouldn't want to be sucky.
Half-ass.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't want to be sucky at it. And I've seen too many bad enchanters to go down that route. But maybe one day I'll give it a shot and see how well I can do. I mean, when I'm with you guys, I'm more likely to give it a shot than anything else because I realize if I kill you, I can just load up, give you guys reses, and you don't mind that too much. Other groups, yeah, they can see things being a little. He's splitting. Okay, well, let me know when it's okay to heal
Oh,
you.
that's a shield I want to get from my cleric right there. Oh, this is on Elegs, Elgij, people and their names.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You be careful. He's got one mob. Let me engage, and then you could probably heal him.
Oh no, I can heal him right off the bat. He's already got enough aggro. Wow, two fizzles in a
Yep.
row. Fantastic.
That's nice. The Fizzle Master.
All right, 30%. Not quite. It's actually 26, but he totally nailed that name. What, Fizzle Master?
Hey, the other day, Honey Brown fizzled 6 times. And then the gate, when it finally went off, it did that thing where it collapses on you. Oh,
Guess about 7 minutes to get to Brog. Let's see if he can. With any luck? Yeah, anytime when he said Fizzle Master. Oh, that guy. I thought you were talking about Fizzle Master. I was thinking, like hackers. When that guy was going through the names, he's like, what about Master Blaster? Master
that's a guy from
Disguise?
Thunderdome.
What was the other one? Like something Doom, and the guy's like, "You're hopeless, man," because he was picking like all the easy ones that everybody always does, the cheesy ones.
Yeah.
Mess with the best, die like the rest. What was the other guy's called? Oh man, I can't even remember the main character's name. The handle that he had for him, something like the kid or oh crap, Crash and Burn, no Crash Override, and something Burn. I don't remember.
Burn Notice.
No. Yeah, it was interesting. I did like that movie. I didn't really like the second one with hackers, but the first
I
one was
had
Angelina
Keenan.
Jolie. The first one.
I'm talking the one with Mel Gibson.
The one with Mel Gibson.
Only road warriors that were worthy of anything.
Oh, Road Warriors. No, I was talking about hackers.
Oh, oh, when she was just a little kid.
I wouldn't say she was a little kid. She was like, what, 17, 18? It's not like she was like 7 or something. I'm sure she did movies when she was, but Monk to king on my way. Gotta love a monk that can get all the way down to king without getting attacked by anything. Or feigning it off, anyways. Alright, looks like he's getting close. 7 minutes. Might be able to
What?
do
Oh,
it before. Yeah, that's gonna be a constant set of pulls for sure if he's able to do it.
it is epic. You can see his little sparkly thing on him.
Oh, for the monk, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably have enough to multi-quest to at least some degree on my monk.
I'm able to do pretty much all of it up to the point of the Chardok pipe. So I can get my point 0.5, basically.
0.5.
Yeah, it's what they call for the monk epic. It's where you get the robe that has haste on it.
Oh,
You don't get the weapon itself, but and then the rest of it's pretty easy. You got to kill some guy over in Lava Storm in the lava, and then you go up to like the plane of
Ejak.
sky, and you do like two other things.
They
It's
say Ejak's easy, but he sits in the middle of lava. Best thing they probably should do is get a pet to pull him out. All right, I got a system.
sit down. Yeah, these guys hit a lot harder than the ones on the way. I haven't been able to recover my mana since we got here.
Oh, you out? Out?
No, no, I'm at 28, so about 30%. And he's saying this was repop, so he wasn't able to get there. Maybe next time. Because there was a little bit of delay in between the... Oh, man.
He
Chantry.
broke.
Yeah, he doesn't have a taunt, so there's not much he can do about that other than we can root it.
No, he didn't even have a chance to taunt, even if he had it. He's just a broke one after Channer.
Still going after the Enchanter.
If you want, you can root him and give the Channer time to get away from him.
Yeah, I was doing that at the very beginning, but like I said, I've just been trying to recover my mana for heals, and it takes about 4% for a
Uh-oh.
root,
Went into the ball.
which is still better than spending mana on healing the Enchanter if I don't have to.
Okay, he's down.
And this guy's rooted, by the way, so he should be good.
They're being stingy now, except for a little coin.
Legion of Cabalus. Do you know if you kill long enough in Seb, if you can go to Cabalus in all parts of it, or only like some of
No,
the pieces?
you want to get your Legion of Cabalists up? You know, the roaming X-Star bandits and whatnot? Kill all those until kill your Legions go up.
You gotta hit attack, man. But no, I meant like if you kill in here long enough, and you get your Legion of Cabalus maxed out, are you able to actually go inside Cabalus?
I actually think not possibly get any better. Yes, but the Shadow Knights and the Necros can still stomp a hole on you.
Right. Falling
Oh,
asleep. Think I will have to
zag.
go when Mank does. Thought I'd have more time. Is Mank heading out? I didn't know Mank was leaving.
I think that's why he was trying to clear his way back.
No, he was trying to clear his way to a mob. Yeah, I don't think he's leaving. I mean, we'll have less DPS, but we'll definitely be able to handle it, I think.
If not, we're gonna have to recover.
No, okay, so room's going to repop here in a second. I do love how you can jump up on the furniture in a room where
Yeah.
you can like hide underneath the table or sit on the bed, that kind of thing. They didn't make anything bouncy though, but they did make certain parts of the zone like ice so that you can slip and slide on it. So you can see that they did think about maybe incorporating different elements of nature into the way you move. And I think if they had had maybe a bigger budget, more time, more staff to worry about some of the smaller details, things of that sort, that you probably would have gotten, like a bouncy bed that you could jump on, give you a little bit of spring, or I don't
Yeah.
know,
Did you
like
ever play? You ever play Conan Unchained? I think it was video game.
the which one? The Conan?
Conan.
The arcade game?
It's- No, 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 no. RPG. Oh, MMO type stuff.
No.
Yeah. The furniture in that. Oh, we're going. Click on the furniture. You can either choose to sit in it or lie down on it, and your character would actually go to a chair and sit down.
Oh, well, they do that in World of Warcraft too. But I don't really like the ones where you click on it and your character will automatically do an emotion or a graphic where he sits down on it. I like the ones where you can interact with it yourself. Like you can walk over it and you can sit yourself down on it, or you can jump on the bed and it bounces, or you can go across the ice and it slips and slides, and your feet kind of move a little bit more underneath yourself, kind of almost like those old cartoonies where you're going off the ledge and you're over the almost like a Wile E. Coyote kind of thing.
Oh, we got a diamond and a ruby.
Oh, nice. You did who last? I think it's Slyers.
No, P.
You
What's his
you
name?
gave it to him last.
Yeah. So it's Slayer.
Yeah.
All right.
And the diamond, I don't know if you want to random on that one or what, but that one's up to you.
We'll just throw it in the loot and just whoever happens to get it. I'm going to do this.
That's you next.
Um, have him loot. He can choose which one. Um, just slay or sly.
Some decent loot dropping tonight. See, he changed his weapons up a little bit.
Yeah, he rotated him. No, he didn't. Who was next after him?
You?
Me again?
Yeah.
Oh, he took. Oh, it was a blue diamond. Oh, he took them both.
No, we're gonna roll for the blue diamond, man.
Oh, you want to roll on that one? I think he took both. No, he didn't. It's still here.
Nah, he'll get the ruby.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a regular diamond. I still haven't sold that first one I got yet either. Nobody's wanting to buy it.
Okay, I'll random on the 25, baby.
58. I'm pretty sure I won't win that. 77.
77, not bad. 48. Ah, so he gets both of them anyways. Nice, congrats. That's a good little chunk of change right there. I don't know about a K. I've always seen him go for about 2, but I could be wrong on that one.
He goes, woo!
I gotta make him want to stay a little bit longer.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, he's almost dead. Yeah, I think about this game in VR a lot because I play VR for the HTC Vive, and it blows your mind what you can do. There's one game on there that I'm playing, and it reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons, what it was when they first ported it over to the computer. So if you can imagine like the hallways that you used to see, and you could go straight, and then you come to a three-section turn off. You can go left, you can go right, you can go straight. In front of you, there's a door. You open up the door, and there's like a giant skeleton there for that fear factor, almost that jump factor of ooh, there's monsters in here. There's one that's kind of like that, but for the VR, it's definitely a little bit more advanced in a lot of aspects. But one of the things that I think about when I'm kind of just sitting in this one room is in the VR, it actually incorporates the little specks of dust and lighting that come in. So, any of you have ever been into like a dusty room when the light is kind of shown into a window or something along those lines, you will see the specks of dust kind of moving around, sometimes just falling straight down, sometimes moving in a swirl as the wind from the room or a door or a window kind of intersect and create these different air currents, and they're just kind of fluttering very softly.
A Kobo Jester Crown.
I got this there today. What kind of item is this? 30 charisma.
It's good for a chanter.
Minus 30 intel, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And -5 dex, too.
Come on, heal him, heal him.
So we get hit with something.
Yeah, he got hit with Ice Comet. Who would use it? Bards might use it. Yeah, again, yeah, because it's charisma on it, but intel doesn't mean jack to them. Dex is kind of nasty. They do like having Dex on them. But no, I mean, I look at that in the game with a little tiny particles, and then I think about a room like this, and I start thinking about, what is this room? Did they mean it to be dusty? Would it be dusty if they had the ability to give it that illusion, or would this be a very clean and kind of sterilized environment because the frogs are that way? Or do you think there would be slime on the floor in certain places because the frogs tend to have that webbed feet, and maybe they leave that impression on the tiles, and just kind of this almost dank feeling of a zone starts to take shape in my mind of what they could have done and what direction they would go in if they redid this game in VR. Because I started thinking about porting this over into a VR in a straight, just, one-to-one port, not adding any details or anything like that, just being able to walk around in this game in a headset like that. That would be amazing. But then going back and adding your own like mod to it, like with Minecraft, or a better example of that would be Skyrim. Skyrim has had so many different versions of that game. I saw one. What was it called? It's for Skyrim, but it was a mod, and it turned everything into a fantasy theme to it. So the light was a little bit more glowy. Objects were a little bit more shiny. Kind of everything just looked a little bit more surreal, a little bit more not cartoony, but just like that object was too defined for reality. Just it kind of stood too much out of focus of everything else. And the trees were the same way, and like you could kind of see the wind blowing through the air, almost like in those Charlie Brown cartoons where you see the gust of wind being drawn on the screen and the leaves blowing in it. Kind of had that sensation to it, and it looked absolutely amazing that you could do something like that, and that people have designed mods to give it that graphic. And then you think about a game like this, and what could somebody do with it if it was open source and people had absolutely, full control over adding that aspect in the game. I think these rooms would be crazy, and you just get the feels, man. You'd be able to just sit there and just admire the walls, which I have done in the VR thing, which is the craziest thing to say. I've sat there and looked at a wall, and I've looked at the way the rocks are at different proportions from one another, different elevations from one another. So it seems like some of them are further back, some of them are up closer to you. They're different shapes and sizes, and some of them have scratches in them, while other ones have imprints of almost like fingertips like if somebody made them by hand or scratched them out by hand. And these walls, of course, are just skins that they've thrown onto the frame of the zone, and it's just copy and paste, copy and paste. If you look at the wall right there, you can see, it's just one after the other, and it matches well, really, really good. So you don't see the strips in between, but
Sure.
it is just a copy and paste of the same picture. Whereas in the VR one, it's harder to get away with that. Like, yeah, I'm sure the individual rocks themselves repeat themselves as time goes on throughout the dungeon, but when you're looking at an individual wall, it's thousands of rocks, and each one of those rocks is different. Now, they may use, say 10,000 rock designs that they have, and they just reuse those again and again in a level, but they have 10,000 of them. This one
Yeah.
only needed one, so you get a little bit less variety out of that.
I I think if this game goes to VR, when you get up close and look at the wall, it's going to be kind of grainy and stuff because it is low resolution.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it probably would be, but then you could port over like new graphics at some point, and that's when you'd be able to open stuff up.
Or or maybe they develop a software that converts it to a higher res, sort of artificially.
I doubt it. Like that. That seems super advanced, and I don't think they've ever shown that they have the ability to do that. Otherwise, they would have done it with other games in the past. I'll go ahead and give everybody heroic bond again. Mystery Guest says, I still think the original unmodded Skyrim is the best. I don't want anything changing it on mine, a bit old fashioned. No, I don't have anything against that. I really do like the original graphics on Skyrim. The thing I was thinking about is it gives you the option to change it up. And seeing what they could do with a game like that, and just imagining what they could do with this one by upgrading the graphics without changing the gameplay. Like, I can just imagine right now that torch in the background giving off, instead of like an unlimited amount of illumination in this room so that it's this bright in here, giving off just the glow, the soft flame lick kind of glow in the corners, and everything else is a little bit dimmer, a little bit darker, and you'll be able to sit there and watch that. Like in the VR, they actually
Who
have that.
gets
They have
who gets the
fires.
next gem?
Um,
It's Sapphire Net. I think it's me.
you got the last one, didn't you?
No,
Oh, that's right, right. Yeah, it's you.
now, okay. Lord, Demi, Hanks, and
He's blind.
Hanks.
He's good. But yeah, and like the VR, they actually have the fire, and the fire is beautiful. Water, they still need a little bit more work on that one. I think maybe water is a lot harder to get right, especially when it's in like a waterfall form and sprinkles and rain. That's a lot of processing power, I guess, and they tend to go down in scale when it comes to things of that sort. But the fire, they really go all out and they make it look absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to see in the future where that tends to go. I'm gonna go ahead and heal this guy up. The full with the complete heal.
How's your mana?
At 50%, but it's gonna be about 40 after this. Yeah, 37.
About 10% per cast.
No, about 20% for a complete heal. A little bit less, maybe about 14. Because I have increased my mana wise on wisdom. But I need to give this guy an AC buff here in a second, so he doesn't take hits as hard, and I don't have to heal him as much. Just haven't been able to get my mana up high enough. It's a catch-22. Yeah, that would be nice. Just little subtle things. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to be huge, wide sweeping changes that people would just be mind blown about walking in and being like, this isn't the same zone, right? Like, this doesn't look anything like it. Just very, very small changes. The best thing I would suggest, if you're kind of wondering like how that would work, is you look at games that have been remastered, like Day of the Tentacle. They're actually remastering one of my favorite games of all time, which is Full Throttle. Unfortunately, it's not going to be on the computer. Otherwise, I would be showing you that game on a pox spider. Here you go. Oh, jeez. Talk about taking some hits, dude. And now the Enchanter's getting beat on. Get it?
Ah, right there. So,
Yeah, make sure you don't break anything. You break it, you buy it. Yeah, Full Throttle was one of my favorite games on the computer pretty much of all time growing up. I mean, Day of the Tentacle would be a very close second, but Full Throttle kind of started it all for me down those adventure games path. And they're redoing that one, and they show a picture of it where they're like the bike is out front. It's very pixelated, just like it was back in the day. And then they show the new one, and the new one isn't like boom 3D graphics. No, it's the same type of flat left to right kind of scroll graphic, but it's good enough that when you look at it, you're like, that's what I imagined in my head when I first saw it, anyways. Like, it was like that. I wouldn't really know that big of a difference. Monkey Island is another game that they did where you can actually switch back and forth. Halo remastered. They went back and remastered the very first one to do the exact same thing where you could actually flip back and forth during the gameplay itself and see the way it used to look and the way it looks now. And the only time you wouldn't be able to do that is during a video clip. So if you did it before a cutscene, you'd be able to see the old cutscene. If you did it after the cutscene, you'd be able to see the way the level looks like in the new graphics afterwards, and so on and so forth. And you can switch back and forth at will. Really interesting to see how your mind actually interprets things. Because if you like the game and you grew up with those graphics, you actually interpret it as a table is a table. Like this table sitting in the corner, it looks the way it does right now, but if I asked you to describe that in like 20 years, you would see that as a table, a very realistic table that had really good graphics and would be on par with what you would be seeing in video games close to that date. Maybe not state of the art because you realize it's an older game, but very close, a lot farther away than it actually is in real life. And so it's kind of cool to see how your mind gives you more imagination, or you give your mind imagination by interpreting those things.
there's your ruby on that spider.
Oh, okay.
And there's a black sapphire we all got to roll for.
Did you tell him?
Yeah, but I was trying to make it so.
All right, tell him for you. Yeah, 61. I think Mink got 91. Nice. It's a nice roll, dude.
Uh, awesome roll.
3. Yeah, but you weren't beating 91.
It could have happened.
All right, I'm at 30%, by the way. Woot just killed my first Hill Giant solo on P99. Congrats, man. That's good money over there. Good money and good experience. Definitely would suggest killing those things every chance you get. That's a great count. We actually did it the other day, but we did it. How many guys do we have? 3? 4? We're just kind of going over there and playing around, and we're doing a rotation on the money. But man, some of those mobs tend to drop like 2 gold, and some of them drop like 100 plat. So it completely and totally random on how much you're gonna get. But yeah, I agree with you. Full Throttle was a blast. I do remember like one vivid scene in that game above all other ones, and there's a lot of scenes to remember in that one. But the fighting when you're on the bikes and you're going down the road and you're like you get to swing the chain, and as you kill people, you could take their items from them and you could upgrade. So you start off with like your fist, and if you're really unlucky, like your very first person you went against, I had I don't remember what the top one was. Was it like a board with a nail in it or a pipe or something along those lines? But it might have been the chain actually. But you get very unlucky and you go against like the strongest dude right off the bat, and there's no way you're gonna beat him. But you could get lucky and go against somebody who had something very, very easy to get, and kind of upgrade bit by bit until you had like the best of the best. And I always try doing that as much as possible in games, just trying to get like the best you could possibly get, even if you didn't need to. Even like if the section you were in was like saying, "Oh, you finally reached the end, you can take the highway off, and you don't have to do that anymore." I was like, no, I want to stay on the highway and see if I can get that really cool item, even though I will never use it again in the entire game. You kind of got past that point. I still wanted it, just for fun.
The
And
man wants to fight out. Start fighting out.
okay, I think I'm gonna go soon. Wife wants wife time. Okay, want to fight out. 8 minutes till room pop. If you want to try that first. Okay, so they're gonna go. Keep going, man. They're gonna. The thing is running. In transit, I'm doing my job at making sure the ice giants are properly suppressed right now. Tonda is actually here killing one too. Sweet. Ice giants, I hear, is another really good camp. I've never actually done that one because it's always camped, which is really nice actually. Are we leaving? I thought we were doing the 8 minute. Is Alara awake? Yeah, Alara's here.
I haven't fallen asleep once today, except in jest. Although it's about that time, though.
But like little pots like this, little vases or vases, I can imagine making those. I don't know, like
Breakable.
destructible maybe might be a cool thing, but then at the same time, if you did, do they ever get fixed? Like, is there like a
But
magic
if
a
you have
magic spell that you could use to kind of fix them up for players who are like, oh, that's broken, let me fix that? Or would it be like the Terminator, and you'd see like the little pieces slowly, moving on the floor and like rebuilding themselves over time because it's been magically enhanced or enchanted with some kind of repairing mechanism.
oh, I'm remembering when I used to play many of my characters. We destroyed a temple or something like that. We just take the bases of operation.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad, man. I couldn't make out a word you were saying on that one.
What the hell is with this?
Yeah, I don't know.
1 2 1 2.
There you go. I can hear you on that one.
I said back when we used to play D&D, my character would usually take over the temple, whatever building we cleared out of mobs, and make it our basis of operation. Like the Temple of Elemental Evil, and we entered the nodes and we put things there for safety.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, I could see people wanting to fix things themselves.
He messes? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think he didn't mez him. He pacified him.
Why ain't I attacking?
How much experience did I
Going
get?
with you.
That wasn't too bad. I mean, about a
Got a
quarter
few
of a
gems.
bubble and a few gems, yeah, each. I did get that choker, that neck piece.
Yeah, that's
For,
good for your cleric if
40
he
man.
isn't too high for it already.
Oh yeah, my guy has better already. He has the thing from Western Waste.
All right, why didn't these two rubies combine into a stack when I looted?
When you loot them, they should combine into a stack. When you're given them, they don't combine into a stack.
That's weird.
So if you give me a Peridot, it makes a different stack for it. If I loot the Peridot, it stacks it on the ones I already have.
Oh, come on. Target him.
I
There
had
you go.
I had the odd urge to play the game Dark Sun today. Dark Sun. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, this guy's
Dark
gonna get
Sun,
yeah.
D&D campaign.
Enchanter, don't die.
Uh-oh.
I got him. I'd rather him be on me than the Enchanter.
Looks like he messes himself for some reason.
I don't think he mezzes himself. I think when he does it, he's Waiting for his spell cooldown to come back. Okay, they're both rooted right there.
I got to assist them on this one. They're too close to each other.
So you said Dark Sun was a D&D? Is that like a board game or is it an actual
Yeah.
computer game?
Oh, it's a very hardcore. No, 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 no. It's tabletop like regular D&D, except the setting was extremely hardcore.
But it's tabletop?
Yeah, like any other D&D campaign. Like it's a different world version, like Forgotten Realms or Greyhawk.
Can you play that one solo or you got to have people with you?
Well, you have like usually 6 people with you, and you run around and kill mobs that are like super tough for the level. And psionics is sort of somewhat prevalent.
That guy was supposed to be rooted.
Yeah, I think it probably just broke.
No, root lasts pretty long. Somebody might have overrid it. Was a PC game as well, very underrated. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
And usually there's no such thing as metal there, so the weapons are either made of wood or bone. So that was an interesting aspect.
That actually would be kind of cool. Bone of different animals, I could see having different densities to them, and
Antlers, yeah.
some being very lightweight, some being very heavy but strong, and
And easily replaceable compared to metal.
yeah, I guess you would have to because bone would eventually break on you somehow. See, although
But
those types of games where you're always replacing your weapon because it breaks on you, I have found that they really do got to give you a weapon that lasts for a decent amount of time. You know, like I don't want to be replacing my weapon every dungeon. I don't mind replacing it every 10 levels because the durability has gone down, but it lasted me 10 levels out of it. That's okay with me, but if I have to replace it every dungeon because the durability doesn't get through 100 fights, then I constantly looking for my next upgrade. And it doesn't really matter what weapon I get because I know it's not going to last very long. In fact, durability seems to be the number one stat that you're looking for rather than damage or anything else. You're just looking for throwaway weapons, and you might use like the cruddy weapons during the rest of the fights, and then use like your really good weapon for like a named fight. So it's a very fine line that they have to walk on when they're doing durability weapons that you can't repair. But
magic is extremely rare. Even like magic users, I mean, are almost even unheard of. Psionics is sort of the thing of the land.
it's like Mass Effect; they did the same thing. Psionics instead of fantasy magic
And
type
like
thing.
and like everybody has some psionic traits, even ones who aren't really completely psionic.
We're talking about Dark Sun, Richard, which is a D&D video game.
Not a video game. It may be a video
Well,
game,
no,
but
that's what
it's a
Bam is saying. It's
campaign.
it's a PC game as well. And Alara's telling us a little bit about the board game itself, which
Yeah, a friend of mine, we each like got separate campaigns. Like I had Forgotten Realms and Greyhawk. A friend of mine created his own, and another friend took up Dark Sun. There's like half giants and a dragon, sort of. Not like the ones from Bryn, but they were taller and lankier, half human, half dragon. Races that are unique to that world. Oh, we got a wizard. We got a wizard, Harry. Oh, we got a hairy wizard.
is anybody even at NG right now?
I don't know. There's said of there, I guess.
NG actually looks open. Oh man, almost had to
You know,
sneeze
I
there.
would like to do find a program that you can pick like we could call it 3D miniatures that you can put on the screen, and the GM moves it around depending on like it, in the D&D campaign. Not like this where you just attack, 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 but it would be a turn based, and it would all happen simultaneously. Once everyone's turn is done, GM would hit the button, then you would watch it all happen for that one turn.
Oh yeah, I've seen games do that kind of thing. Turn based are hit and miss. I like turn based because I grew up playing those, but at the same time, if it's uh, if it's reliant on people making their choices, then sometimes it can be very slow before you get to go. Opal bracelet. I think that's yours.
I think that's the monks.
Yeah, I think it's Manx. And we're gonna get an ad here, maybe.
No, he goes back.
Dark Sun came out in like 1993 to 1994. I'd probably have to buy it from Good Old Games because it's DOS, I think. DOSBox, you can run your old games on your new systems. Definitely works for Warcraft.
And it's funny because I liked Warcraft when it was sort of a strategy game. But when I thought, oh man, it's going to be awesome. We're going to play World of Warcraft. It's going to be bigger and there'll be more people. I got it. I was so butthurt about it. Wasn't what I expected. I played it for a few months on a friend's account to see if I wanted to. Did you just log out?
No, they didn't. I guess if you want to get back up to the entrance, we'll see if we can find another group. Seems like this place is camped, or he's saying it is, even though he's not pulling anything. Do you want to go on to sneak?
I can. What about you?
I
Oh,
can
your
get.
gate. Your gate.
Nice in the home stretch. Always seems to drag on for me. I'm usually dodging bosses like that or looking for someone to stay over to work. So the scene from Office Space. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday. Okay. I never really had any trouble whatsoever saying nope, can't do it. Sorry. I do realize it's an easy way to get yourself fired, but I don't know. Same thing goes on my days off. If I got a day off, I ain't answering my cell phone. I'm not even preferably giving you the right number to call me in the first place. I like to keep work separate from my personal life. Tend to believe you can only really truly be happy is if you, work to live instead of live to work. If you get that luxury, some people, definitely have to live to work just to make things ends meet, but you never know. All right. Let's see.
Like that group right there is a group.
57. Cleric and Rogue. LFG. See if we can get a invite somewhere. My bosses all left. Oh, man.
I lost a job that way once. On my first vacation, I left the phones at the store. I
What?
got back there like, why didn't you take your phone? I said, well, I'm going on vacation. Ain't no way in hell I'm taking the phone with me. Why? This way nobody can reach me. What if we needed something? Well, instruction. I left instructions on my desk.
Let's see. I am right back at it at 8 a.m. this morning. I work till 4, then I have to book it to the DMV to renew my driver's license. It expires Friday on my birthday. Did you do your driver's license online last year? Or not last year, but the last
No,
time you did it? Because you're allowed to do your driver's license once every other renewal. At least here in Texas. I don't know if it's the same where you're at, but definitely saves you from going down to the DMV. Also, again, don't know if your DMV has it, but something I learned on the last time I went, which was fantastic, is the DMVs here now have where you can register online through an app, and you can actually say, I want to go in today, and it will tell you, okay, come in at this time, 8 15. And if you're late or you think you're going to be late, you click on the little app and say, I'm going to be late. I forgot what the little button is called. And it gives you another like 30 minutes rather than kicking you all the way back in the queue. And when you show up, you don't have to stand in line. You just walk straight up to the front and be like, here's my number. And you show them a little cell phone or whatever. And they call out your name when you're ready. And very quick and very easy rather than the old days where you had to wait in line for like an hour and a half before the place opened up if you even wanted to get through that day, which living in a big city, that's how ridiculous it is. Standing in line before the place opens so that you might be able to get through in the next 6 hours if you're lucky. But with that little advent of technology being incorporated into it, it's absolutely amazing. It makes it easier for you. You don't have to wait. You don't have to sit there. It makes it easier on them, less stress having all those people there all the time. And they know exactly how many people are going to show up to a certain extent. Yeah, but they sent me a notice saying they need a new and updated photos, so I kind of had to be there in person. Oh, okay. Well, then I would definitely check to see if yours has the ability to do the phone app, and maybe register or book an appointment to go in, so you don't have to stand in line the whole night. How often do you have to renew your license in Scotia? Ours lasts 10 years. Holy crap, 10 years? Jeez. No, ours is 4 to 6 here in Texas. There's a lot of speculation on how you get the 6 over the 4. Some people believe certain years get the 6 renewal rather than the year 4. Some people believe it has to do with age, yada, yada, yada. I used to have every 4, and somewhere in there I got lucky and it switched to every 6. So every 6 years now I have to go in and get mine renewed. Yeah, it's a 6 in Tennessee as well. Yeah, 10 years is amazing. Like, that would be fantastic. That would, oh man, 4 years in New Jersey. I think the reason they wouldn't do 10 years here is because that means no money from you for a whole 10 years. Like, I don't think they really care if the driver's license even looks like you, but just not getting money from you for every 10 years is probably out of the question. But 10, man. Yeah. Or even better yet, like if you could just go down to someplace that's certified and have them take your picture and send it in through the internet to them and then renew it online, that would be okay. I'd be fine with that. Just going down the DMV used to be, like I said, they've modified it and they upgraded it. Used to be such a pain in the butt. And for those of you who are wondering what we're doing, we're kind of waiting for another group to start. And there's not a lot of people here right now, and who is here, not really looking for more people at the moment. So we'll give it a little bit longer, see if we can get another group going, and maybe get some loot in the process. But this is part of, Seb is kind of sitting at the entrance. Wow, you're in New Jersey, Richard? Neat. I never noticed an accent. Oh, man. Yeah, it's interesting to hear different people's accents all over the world. You listen to, like, Super Bits and Bob, and I find his accent to be just, I don't know, very soothing. Just listening to him talk. And how laid back he is, just kind of like, okay, so today we're going to do this. And it's like Bob Ross. Oh, somebody left a comment letting me know that Bob Ross streams, not him himself, it's his old episodes, are streaming on the Bob Ross channel on Twitch once a week. And I forgot what day they said it was. It was like a Saturday or a Sunday. It might have been a Friday. But yeah, his old episodes are streaming every so often. So definitely go check those out if you like those. Could you res? Sure. Give me a second. And get her back up here. She has a clicky, but apparently she is not bound anywhere near here. Bob Ross is on Netflix as well. Really? Well, I know what I'm going to be watching tonight. That dude is absolutely amazing. I don't know how many people he's inspired to be artists in one form or another. It doesn't even have to be really painting because oh no, I don't charge, dude. Yeah, I mean watching him and seeing just how easy he made it look, and that's the key. He made it look easy. It's not easy being an artist like that, but seeing that it just starts with, I'm gonna try it. That's really all that comes down to. The same thing I thought when I sat down and started writing my first book. I might suck at this. Chances are almost 100% chance I'm gonna suck at this, but let me go ahead and give it a shot and see how it works. And it worked out fairly well. I liked the whole process of it, and yeah. So I kind of owe that a little bit to him, just having that in the back of my mind. Seriously, guys, come on, man, it's crazy. Let's do another OOC. But yeah, I mean, I think that's really pretty much anything in life. It's hard, especially once you get to a certain age, to be like, let me go back to school and start over. Let me go and try something else. My younger brother, he's getting into glass blowing. No idea where that came from. Nobody in my family has ever shown any interest in anything like that. He never showed any interest in like that when he was younger, but something captivated him about it, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. Now he's not going to like quit his job or anything like that, but on the side, he's like, I'm gonna give it a shot. Just try it. May end up failing at it. May end up sucking. May not even end up liking it at all. But go ahead and try a little bit of it and see how I like it. Seeing how passionate about he's becoming with it is really cool because he's pretty good at it. Like I watched the techniques that he uses, and I'm just blown away a lot of the time at what he can do with just a simple twist of his wrist while he's making something. And yeah, the first few things he did started out really bad, but who doesn't start out sucking at something when they first learning how to do it? He wants to make his own bongs. No, he likes making like he works with like electronics. He works with pools, and he does wiring and plumbing and all that kind of stuff. He wants to make like these giant glass sculptures and like small little details that you can do for that kind of industry. It kind of incorporates into what he's already doing with his company and how he's running and all that other things. Just very interesting to see what you can do with glass. And something I didn't know is when you change the color of it, you can do that by adding certain metals. You can add silver and gold, and there are little flakes that you put on there. And as you heat them up, they give off certain colors in the glass itself. And really delicate in how you have to do it before you could ruin it. Like it seems so easy to ruin everything if you're not careful. Bob Ross, beauty is everywhere. One season and chill with Bob Ross. One season. What Seb Camp? No Seb Camp at the moment. We just had disco for a good little bit, and that kind of broke up. Our monk had to leave, and our enchanter had to leave, and we just got here to the entrance. We're kind of waiting to see if maybe we can restart another group. It's kind of late. There's not a lot of people here, but we're going to give it a shot. We might have to sit here for 10, 15, 20 minutes to see if we can recover from it, but given it enough time, usually we can get something to go. 59 monk willing to stay. Let me see if Shayna wants to join us. A 57 rogue. If I could type tonight. I just stretch and draw as a hobby and do puzzles. Yeah, but what type of drawing do you do? Like, are they little tiny cartoon characters? Do you like doing scenes, bridges, skyscrapers, sunsets, things of that sort? Or I'm going wherever King is going. Okay. About to be open. What about you, Alar? Do you have a hobby of yours that you like to kind of mess around with every once in a while? Something that you find kind of interesting that's creative in some way?
Well, I've been dabbling with the idea of starting to do some miniature recasting.
Oh, that's kind of cool. What got you
It,
into maybe doing that?
well, there's things like when you have skeletons and orcs, there's no such thing as a number too big, you know, for miniatures.
What do you mean, like size wise, or just number
No,
of
no,
like
no,
having
no,
a whole
number
bunch?
wise.
Oh yeah,
Number wise. Yeah, if you try to recycle the six skeletons that you have over and over until you get through the list of the mobs, it's but it has more effect when you throw out 200 skeletons instead of just six and reused over and over and over.
yeah. I thought about doing that, but the little tiny miniature, what are they called? Smelting pots that you could buy
Mm-hmm.
weren't very powerful, and they give off a lot of fumes when you use them because you're melting down metals. So you need a wide open area to do it in, and then the hardest part was the molds. So many of the molds you have to like destroy when you make it, and you have to create a whole nother mold, and that was the part I was just unsure of. But the whole
Well,
process was really interesting. I just never got around to actually doing it.
most RTV silicones, at the temperatures that these metals melt, like 200 degrees, you'll probably get 50, 60 at least out of one mold.
Oh, see,
So
that's
that's
cool.
yeah. Because RTV silicone is that same stuff they put between your head and your head cover. That same material. It's just a thin coating there.
Right.
But you can get the stuff that will pour, and then you start out with a layer of clay, and you mold the clay around the miniature, and then you put it in a square, and then you pour half the mold over it, and let that sit, right? Then you flip it over, pull the clay off, and then spritz a little bit of this stuff that keeps the two halves from sealing completely. Um, and then you pour another half and let that sit. It takes like a day to make one half of the mold, and that's just a two-part mold. But you can make like single layer molds, like for like chests, tables, maybe parts of tables. You just pour in one side and it fills up and level off the with the edge of the mold, and then you just peel it up like 5 minutes later.
You have to let me know how that turns out when you actually start doing that. That sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, I got the metal, and I got a gazillion freaking miniatures I've been buying for over the last 2 years. I want to do little ones and big ones and unique ones that aren't printed anymore.
Right.
You know, like Zorns.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think imagine there would be other people out there who'd want those as well. So,
Well, I don't think I can legally recast these without some sort of license,
right,
but I could do it for myself
right.
legally, or I could give them away as gifts and stuff.
That would be cool.
Or if I charged anybody, it'd be strictly for materials only.
Mystery
This metal
says,
isn't exactly cheap.
yeah, but I mean, you could use cheap metal. There's,
But
aluminum
you
and
want to have something that has a firmness. Remember back in the day, they used to use lead. So remember the swords would bend real easy, and
yeah. Plus, lead
you
is
know,
bad for you, anyways.
yeah,
But you could do something like aluminum or zinc.
the same thing that they make the shotgun shells and stuff out of. The pellets.
Yeah,
Because they're
pennies.
not exactly lead anymore.
Pennies are the same thing. They used to be copper. Now they're mostly zinc, I think.
Zinc, and they got a copper coating on it.
I like sceneries, and I have drawings of my game characters from EQ and WoW in different poses and doing things, fighting, running, trade skills, etc. I draw animals and fantasy things like vampires, ghosts, and such. Yeah, if you ever want to show off any of those things, if you want to draw some scenes of the game, P99, whether it's our characters or just random scenes in P99, let us know. You can send me a copy, and I will show it off on stream because I could just pop that up on the screen somewhere, and people could be able to check it out. And I know Super Biz and Bob had a fan draw his main title screen on Twitch, which is like him with a spear, his epic spear going against a dragon. Very kind of comical thing to it, and yeah, you can get to show off a little bit of your work that way, and I don't know, it just it's kind of a cool little thing. Deviant Art is another place you guys can go to show off some of your artwork
Deviant Art.
if you're
That sounds familiar.
yeah, it's very popular. That's where I used to go and share some of my stories when I was coming out with new ideas, new novels, and I was thinking of maybe putting like maps into the front of the cover or cover art itself. And the publisher that I had was more than willing to give me a cover art, artist to do that for me. But I was like, yeah, I like to give that to somebody just starting out. So I would go there and I'd find somebody that I was like, you're really good. How would you like to make a cover for a book? And I'd give them a chance, and they get their artwork out there. I get a cover that was really cool, and everybody's a win-win kind of thing. So I still like to be able to do that for people who are kind of starting out, even if it's just part time, even if you're just doing it as a hobby. Never know. I mean, it could blow up one day. Do you paint those as well? I would find
I do.
that to be interesting to do. Is Bam's question.
Yeah, I used to paint, but I'm not so sure I could do that anymore with my eyesight the way it is nowadays. I would have to get one of those big magnifying glasses with the lights to even hope to come to it.
Which you could do. I've seen people do that one. Do that awkward moment when you root and fully dot yourself in front of an ice giant.
Yeah, who hasn't done that?
That's probably your death right there, to be honest, if you dot yourself and root yourself. Richard Heat. Happens to me all the time. Bam, we're done. We're all done. Oh, you've all done it. Yeah, well, I don't know if I've done that. I haven't even blasted myself with my wizard yet. Very, very careful. I have healed mobs instead of the people in my group, and I've had to let people die because I wasn't paying attention to that. So I guess that's kind of the exact same thing. Just not to myself, to other people.
How many people are in the zone?
As far as painting the models go, it's a really really cool technique. Used to do that for Warhammer 40k. Actually, kind of enjoyed that aspect more than I enjoyed playing the game, but I did like the game itself. You're going to ice comet yourself now. Just you wait. I haven't
Space Marines?
I haven't gotten Chaos Space Marines was the guys I played or the Necros. I had one of those big ships where they would pop out of it so you can get as many backup as you want it. But I like the Chaos Space Marines because they had so many different banners and versions of the Space Marines you could go with. Like you didn't just have to go with like with the Necros, it was kind of all the same. They were silver. They had a little bit of black underneath it, and you could make them a little bit more tarnished. They could be going through mud and all the sorts of things, but they were all silver. Like they were just gonna be that color. There's not much you could do to it. You could change the eyes to different shades of like blue or red or things of that sort, but not a lot of variation. Where with the Chaos Space Marines, almost an endless number, especially as you kept getting the new codex and reading the new
I thought that
lore.
was the orcs. Well, they were so cheap to
Well,
purchase.
no, I mean, I wasn't saying they were cheap to purchase. I'm just saying there were so many different colors you could paint on them for their standard and, for their shoulder pads. You could change those out and you could create different packs of Space Marines.
No, I meant in the game you get so many points, and orcs were so cheap, so you had so many on the table. Kind of like Tyranids. When that was the monsters I played during that. Every third round, I would get another 1,000 points of mobs to put out there.
Oh, okay. No, I
So
don't.
it's like a wave after wave after wave.
I don't think I ever played the orcs. I only really ever played with my brothers and a few other people, and
I
the
even got a
Necros seemed to always be like the number
thing
one.
for Blood Bowl, if you ever remember that.
Did you ever play the Warhammer 40k RTS game?
I played something. I think it was a Sega Genesis game or something.
They came out with like 3 or 4 of them now, and each one has gotten more and more in depth. They're absolutely amazing games, but they incorporate that storyline. Orcs are crazy, dude. Like they're just
Yeah,
beyond crazy. the stuff that they do. They seem to be a lot more like
Gun.
Reavers in oh man, what's the name of that TV show? Serenity, Firefly.
I suppose so.
Yeah, they're just they don't care about how they survive, if they survive, as long as they can, have that bloodlust of destroying the enemy, and everybody's the enemy to them, including themselves. Like they just don't care. They go against themselves, other clans, other factions, other humans. It seems like if it moves, they're kill it. If it doesn't move, they're smash it. And if everything is dead and smashed and they're the only thing in existence, they'd probably kill themselves just because it would be the one thing left for them to do. So like complete and total crazy dudes. But they definitely portray that in the cutscenes in the video games. And yeah, like that was just crazy dudes. All right, Richard. Hope you have a pleasant and safe drive home, man, after a very long day. Definitely have rooted myself on my druid and died before. Big Russ was famous for nuking corpses on live. I was a boss at it, like a boss. I was just watching the guys that did My Thing in a Box and I'm on a Boat songs, where he did I'm the Boss. And the guy's interviewing him from the Green Horde, and he's like, "Well, tell me about your average day." And it ends with him like chopping off his thing and shooting himself in the head. And he's like, "So you do that every day? You kill yourself and chop off your stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah, like a boss." Anytime anybody says like a boss, I think of that one song. Absolutely crazy. Night, Richard. Take care. Night. Might come check in when I get home for a bit. We're still waiting to see if anything happens here. Hopefully, we will be able to get a group going, but I don't know. As it looks right now, not a whole lot of luck with groups. There's 24 players here, which means there should be about 4 groups, but to be honest, it's about 3, and the rest are just kind of doing little things here and there, killing things by themselves. And I would start a group, but everybody I've sent a message to so far has seemed to have their eye on King, or at least Crypt. So they're a little higher than us, 59, 60. That's definitely the place to be, and that's where all the money's going to be, is in King or in Crypt. Definitely not any experience in any of those zones or any of those camps.
Well, Crypt was pretty good for experience, I thought.
Not really. Every single time I've ever been there, you're killing nonstop, but you just don't make very much experience off of those mobs, as much as you would make from like ABC or Disco. Disco and ABC seem to be the number one camps in the zone for experience. It could just be that most of the time, if you're in King or Crypt, you're probably going to be in there with level 60s, and if you got a level 60 in there and you're level 51, whether they need the experience or not, they're going to be sucking most of it away from you. That's just the way it works in any zone that you're in. CE is bad experience. Disco is amazing. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. 60 Necro. Yeah, there's just a lot of 60s in here. I hate to be so tight on the experience, though. Because if I die, not only will I lose the level, I don't know if I get that back when I res myself. Like, that's so little experience. It's like 1/4, maybe a little bit, like a little sliver less than 1/4 is what I'm thinking. Like maybe 1/5. It's hard to tell.
He said a fifth, folks.
CE is a cash cap mostly because you're with high levels. With mid 50s, it's still good at CE, but still not as good at mid 50s in Disco. That's the impression I always got from that area, from all the experience I've ever been in there. But the loot, like, who can argue with the loot? You get a chance at the Hierophant Cloak, as well as a lot of other clickable items that every class really wants. What's that?
Topper drops up the Emperor or whatever.
It has a chance. It does have a chance. Not very often, but you might see it after, 14, 15 hours of being in that room. You might see it drop once if you're really lucky. But then again, 120k spell every 16 hours is pretty good still for somebody.
If it dropped, so would you sell it or give it to your
Oh, I'd sell it.
shaman?
No, I'm not very good at my shaman at level 60. Mr. Yes, good time to park Demiro until your whole crew gets on just to be safe and go play an alt. We could actually do that. You want to go play an alt, Alar?
Yeah, what level are you looking at?
I don't know. It's something we can do together. You have a healer of any kind?
I got a level 20 cleric.
Level 20?
Right. Yeah, I think he's in Freeport.
Let me see who I have around level 20.
I got a 11 level Shadow Knight. Got a 14th level Ranger. 28th level Mage.
You have 14 Ranger?
Yeah,
Where's
14 or 15.
where is he at right now?
I think he's in Freeport as well.
I have a level 15 Paladin over in Unrest, and he can pretty much solo those all by himself.
Yep. Oh, I gotta sit down before I can log out. I'm like, why ain't I logging out? I'm standing up.
I got a level 13 Necro in East Commons. We could go someplace with that.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan
I
of my
can track
Necro.
him and you can kill him.
15 Paladin. Yeah, it's 23 Shaman that we're going to play. I got a level 5 Bard over in North Kinos.
5. Let's see. I got a 5 Bard 2 over in Freeport. But I suck at him, so I don't recommend him. He's just my merchant. I,
I,
I'm doing fashion quests with him, and that's it.
I suck at mine, but
That would be comical. Okay.
you have any money on your guy?
The Bard?
Yeah.
Maybe a handful of copper and gold.
I was gonna say if I could pay for this guy to have a port over, we could do something on that. We could do like East Commons or something.
I could check my second account. I got one 14th level shaman. And the rest is like between 1 and 5.
It'd be interesting to play the Bard. He's so under-equipped right now, though.
Really, your Bard?
Yeah, let me log on to the Bard, see if I can run him over to East Commons somehow. Sir Blast and Honey Brown could quad in OT. Might have lots of room to do it this late. The problem with that is I tried doing it with Sir Blast, and trying to get that area effect snare to land on all those guys is not super easy.
We could do Sir Blast and Honey Brown in Wrath Mountains doing Hill Giants.
I think somebody was already doing this, is what they were saying on there. I don't want to go over there and take their camp.
Well, we can share it. I mean, there's more than one giant over there.
Let's see if I can just run this guy over. If I can get him close to a port, I might be able to find somebody willing to actually give me one.
Okay, I logged into my second account. Let's see what pops up here. I got my level 2 or 3 druid.
I spent level 54 to 59 on my cleric, mostly in CE. Saw a Hierophant Cloak, never saw Torpor. Saw one 20k Necro spell. I was in CE my first night back into Seb, and the cloak dropped right off the bat, and I had no idea how much it was worth. I was just like, oh, that's a cool cloak. I wonder if they're going to let people random on it.
I got Mr. Miyagi, my 7th level warrior. He's over in Greater Fadar. 4th level druid. Temple of Solasek Row. And he's just there holding equipment, so he's just a tea baggage. And my 14th level shaman. One more.
Do the two bards. That would be kind of interesting over at the Orc camps.
2 level 5s?
Well, we don't have to get a few levels killing some random stuff in East Commons, but...
Alright, I'll log my bard on. He is really slow, though.
Well, if you got level 5, you should have Salo's acceleration or whatever.
Yeah. I got it, but I still get hit with it. I tried it fully equipped and butt naked one time. Didn't seem to make a difference.
Well, you run faster.
And I got some good gear. I got a weapon that I use.
Oh, I have no gear on this guy. This guy is the least outfitted character in my entire arsenal. He's absolutely butt naked, except for like cloth
Where's
pieces.
he at, by the way?
Kinos, I had to run over.
Well, we can meet you on the. Well, you'll get to the bridge before I will. All right, what the hell happened?
Yeah, the problem I'm thinking about is I get to high pass. What do I do then? Honestly, I have to find somebody to invis me through it because I don't think I'll be able to get through it at level 5. But he runs so fast. It's nice.
Did the game just freeze up on me again?
Two fungies dropped. Same person won both of them. It was a typical night of EQ. Wow. Hey Tara, that's horrible luck for you. I can't believe you guys let the same person random twice though, or the same person would random twice. That's kind of greedy, and by kind of I mean completely and totally greedy, in every way possible.
Yeah, aren't they lore? How did he loot them?
Probably freaking killed himself and then looted the other one.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just giving them the option to be able to do that is just it's poor
Yeah.
taste. Poor taste.
All right, I gotta relog my EQ. Wonder what has been doing that lately.
And Seb, there is no need before greed. Yes and no. There is a need before greed if you're with our groups, but that's just a group of friends going through the zone together.
We make sure if there's a particular class and something drops for that class, they get it. Period. Even if they're the first time coming in. This way we know it goes to somebody who could use it.
Yeah, and the person who won them was an ass to be to me in the past. I knew this would happen. If you want to give them a big shout out, tell them congrats. Let everybody know the name of the recipient of those two fungies, so people will be able to send them messages in the future and know to definitely invite that person.
Give them the special treatment.
If the sarcasm wasn't enough in there. Oh,
Sarcasm?
that's why I bring my friends to Sev. Everyone there is so cutthroat in the pickup groups. Haven't done too many pickup groups in the Seb area, so I can't really speak to that. But every group I've ever gone into for every other zone seems to be really good about Need Before Greed. It's just that Hierophant Cloak, man. They were just like, oh, it's so expensive.
Yeah,
You're gonna random on it.
With the fungi though too.
Yeah, well, the fungi's worth even more. And if that torpor dropped, I think you would be hard pressed to find any group that would be like, oh yeah, give it to the shaman.
Well, if there's a shaman in the group, he should have priority over everybody else.
I think so too. I mean, it's a 120k spell, but he's He's
if
there.
there's
He
no
should get it.
shaman in the group, then it's fair. Everybody rolls on it.
I think the problem with that aspect is you would always have at least one shaman in the group, or people would just be like, let's not invite a shaman. And how do you guarantee that that person actually still needs it? Because he could just say he needs it. And so that's why they don't do it, is because they just can't, they don't trust people enough. But, with our group of friends, if somebody says they need torpor, we know they're being honest about it. So I think that's why we're able to do it the way we do it.
We say, well, I got a shaman and, he'll eventually need it.
Yeah. EQ, RNG always seems to favor the least deserving people, I swear.
Oh, can a bard use this? I got something you might be able to use, at least until you get the good stuff.
Yeah, it could definitely seem that way sometimes.
Yep, it's good for a bard. Sarnak and balls tabored.
In balls, huh?
In balls.
Yeah, get them balls on here.
In blue balls.
Yeah, some characters seem to have all the luck, whether they deserve it or not. Those dice rolls. Still can't believe the group was okay with them randoming on it. I'd be like, F you, dude, man, you already got one. Greedy son of a...
Oh wait.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have been too shy about talking about it either.
Necro spell.
It's horrible. 2 fungies in one night. He's a little punk. Share some of the wealth, dude. Got people there camping it as well. ZK talks about how they go down there all the time. And he'll go down there with a pickup group, or he'll go down there with a full, guild, and they stay there until everybody gets one. And he takes himself out of it. So
Yeah, well, that's just fair, you know?
that's the way I
You
always
get
looked at it.
one, give someone else a chance.
Exactly. Especially if they're lore and you have to kill yourself to be able to pick up the other one. Yeah, I would love to know the name of the person. So if you don't want to say it on the channel, that's okay. But if you want to send me a message with that guy's name later, that way I can know not to res him and not group with that guy in the future. They're like, sorry, man, I don't charge, but for you, I'll make an exception. I was once waiting in AC line in OT. It spawned for the person in front of me. They couldn't kill it, so I decided even though I could let them die and take the ring for myself, I would help them out. After we killed it, I got the experience. He did no damage and was just trying to survive. He asked me to kill him so he could corpse his other ring. Was just farming for greed when I want it for my J boots. Hurt my heart. What a jerk. That is.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have done anything to get him killed, but if he died, oh, boo-hoo.
Well, no, like you did the right thing in my opinion. Like you helped somebody out because you saw that they were in need, and then they turn around and it's just like, by the way, F you, in no unobstructed words, just I'm just doing this for money, which there's no problem with doing that for money. It just seems very heartless for you to be doing it for just money, while somebody is in line to do it for their character and create, uh, you know, more game time, more playtime for them, a more enjoyable version of playtime for them. It just sucks. It just sucks to be so greedy about it. It's just pixels, and like I said before, like if you come through and you play the game for a second time, you've gone through, you've got the pixels before. Might as well make the second time something more than the pixels. I don't remember my first time around the items that I got and being like, oh, I had that item. That was like the best experience, me getting my epic. No, it wasn't. The epic didn't mean jack to me. It's what I was able to do with that epic and how I was able to help people and the friends that I made on the game. That's what brought me back to the game itself, is the experiences that I had in here with the community. So maybe it's not the same for them. Maybe it's all about the pixels and they're just like, oh yeah, this could be a server of one and I would still play here. I don't think that's true. I think if nobody played on the server, they wouldn't either. But yeah, it seems to be all about money for some people, and that's as true in real life as it is in game. And if you wanted to know, it was Esmeralda. She didn't recognize my cleric because never grouped with her on Vitality, but I grouped with her on my druid, and she accused me of not doing anything even though I was constantly out of mana. And then later, she went to a high-level druid to SK in order to PL and try to take everything in KFC, even though me and a friend had been there for hours trying to level. Yeah, Esmeralda. That's very, very harsh greed right there, it sounds like, in more ways than one. Seems to think that wanting to PL entitled her to all the spawns. She get run over by a karma bus sooner or later. She definitely will be now. It's on video for all to see. And won't be getting any reses from me. That's... Ugh. Bards. Bards that we're playing right now are some of the people who tend to get accused of doing just that, stealing all the mobs in the zone. A lot of the time, it's fairly earned. They do just that. They steal all the mobs, and they don't care that they're not leaving anything for anybody else in the zone. Just a jerk move. I've seen plenty of times a high level will be camping that idol in high pass, and a group will show up and be like, oh, are you camping orcs? And they'd be like, yeah, but you're welcome to it. That's nice. You're trying to go after an item, everybody understands that, but you're giving the camp away because there's people there that can get experience. Anytime I ever see that and I'm in a group like that, I immediately say, if the idol drops, it's yours. Like, you don't even have to fight for the idol anymore. You don't even have to do anything. You're kind enough to give us the camp, which you didn't have to do anyways. So if the idol drops, it's yours. Sometimes they're after the pelts, and we're just like, you can have all the pelts you want. Every single one that drops is yours. We're just after the experience. again, very nice thing to be able to kind of share the camp back and forth, and I don't know, just not be too greedy about any one particular thing. But there's some people out there that just feel, oh, I can do it. I can take all the mobs, and there's not a thing you can do to stop me from doing it. So tough luck, and it's sad when that happens. Do you see already getting her comeuppance? Yeah, I don't know if that many people watch my videos, but
I'll be like,
see.
oh, here, well then let me buff you up. And here, I
Uh,
got a group with you. Here, click this group here button.
Meet my
Yeah,
druid,
they're
Critical
not
Hollow in
looking.
North Piranhas in the middle of the giant Combine Spires. I'll gate you to East Commons or Butcher Block, wherever you're going. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I hope you didn't stop doing whatever you were doing. It's very kind of you to offer, man. I'll take you up on it because it's a long run and I'm not sure I can get through High Pass. I wish I had something to give you, but this guy is absolutely broke right now. I have 4 silver. So if you want it, it's all yours. Hey, man. Oh, nice. A little bow.
Oh,
I don't know if I could spell right.
instruments went up. Percussion instrument.
I tried to bow for you, but I guess with the song on, it doesn't do it. Let's try turning this off and do it. There we go. WC would be great. Thank you again, man. This is gonna save me like an hour of running, probably a few deaths. It didn't surprise me that she rolled again. I already knew she was self-serving. Yeah, from that experience before, I'm surprised you group with her. To be honest, if I've had a bad experience with somebody like that in the past, I won't group with them. And I'll straight up tell people I won't group with them. And if that means I don't get into the group, which usually almost never happens as a cleric, they're usually almost always side with you, for better or worse, however you want to take that. Same goes with like an enchanter. They almost always side with an enchanter. Um, you know, especially if you tell them what happened. Most people will be like, "Oh yeah, you're a jerk," and most people won't even deny it. They'll just be like, "Yeah, I did that. So what?" Well, then you won't get in a group with me. That's what.
We'll spread the word. Good. My percussion instrument's going up. Ooh. I'm almost got a level 5 to almost a 200 cent setting.
Would so insult me as a bard. I'm not really a bard. I'm kind of like a new one. So no, like Spirit of Wolf would be fine with me.
Always good as a backup. I don't think the Celos overrides.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem like it does. I didn't know she was in the group I was joining, and besides, a guildie was there. I can swallow my pride to be for a guild. Yeah, I can understand that, but I don't like having to group with her. Definitely understand both sides of that. You'll do things for guildies you wouldn't normally do for anybody else, but it sucks you had to go through that, and then you got burned again. So I don't think you'll ever group with her again. Esmeralda. I'm gonna have to write that down because I'll forget otherwise.
Oh,
If I was on my cleric, I just put him on the ignore list. I have like 3 people on my ignore list. It takes a lot to get there. You either have to do something severe to me, or you have to tick off one of my friends in such a way like this that gets you there. But that's crazy.
I'm gonna die, that damn Orc Centurion.
I'm gonna run to East Common, or not East Commons. I'm gonna run to Freeport, get a bind real quick. Because if I die, it's a long run back. Esmeralda does sound familiar. I think I've grouped with her, or at least seen her around. Yeah, not by choice. It's like those people who roleplay it. Somebody was telling me there was somebody that was roleplaying. I think it was on stream that they had somebody in their guild that roleplayed and would not group with
Evils.
good races. Like they were evil, and so they wouldn't group with good races. And their guild, accommodated them. It's something that if you want that player in there with you and you like that aspect of their personality, you're willing to kind of go with it. Let's see if we can get back a little faster. I don't know if these two enhance each other or if it just uses the highest level spirit of wolf.
Whichever one's greater is the one that usually uses.
That's what it seems like. I'm kind of seeing if it goes a little faster. It might be in my imagination. It did seem like it picked up a little bit, but I don't think it does. She hangs around Seb a lot nowadays. That's what I used to call her, mystery.
Where are we gonna go at level 5?
Just random stuff over here in the comments probably, or back over in Freeport. Yeah, because there's blue stuff out here. And I do have a rusty weapon I can use, so.
I got a weapon, I think.
I left mine out in the rain that one day, and it just got all rusty, so.
I'm taking care of your stuff, man.
I know, I'm a bard. I was sitting underneath the tree. I was just kind of singing the blues and having some good times, and I forgot that my weapon was unsheathed, and yeah, this is what happens to it, guys. It gets all rusty. It looks threateningly at me.
What does?
A bear. Them bears.
From Chicago?
Getting better at percussion instrument. Did you train yours at level 5?
I think so. I just went up to like 20, so I think that's maximum.
Nice. I'm at level 19 on that one. Yeah, I'm sorry you didn't get one. It was kind of cool that you had 2 drop. I was down there with ZK for about 8 hours one night, and we didn't even see a king spawn the whole time. So, I think I'm cursed. Every time I go there with ZK, we don't get anything, but every time he goes there without me, he sees like 5, 6 of them. He got 4 in one night to drop, which is, yeah, that's a thing. Bears, not music fans? Yeah, maybe not. They like to be quiet. They like their sleep. That's something they never really incorporated into the game, is there? Like, they don't have caves you go into and see hibernating bears. And if you're too loud, if you move through the zone or through that area too quickly, you'd wake them up. That's something I think they could incorporate into VR a little bit easier than they could into a game like this, but, kind of creating that realistic environment. Let's see how many people are in the zone. Few. Might be able to get a bind over here. What's the name of your bard?
Merchant. Mershant. You're getting beat up by a freaking fire beetle.
I bring my 59 Cleric down there. Sometimes for clicks, there's usually a pile of druid corpses sitting in the safe spot. You ever been down to the bear pits in Perma? That's basically hibernating bears. Pretty scary down there. I haven't actually been down there. I've heard people talk about that area, and that's a really, really good spot for soloing, but I have not personally been to that spot yet. Bears and cats sleep in World of Warcraft, and if you get too close, they're aggro. Always like that. That's pretty cool. Again, that's exactly what I was referring to, is just kind of incorporating real life into the game in some way. Makes it more real. You have to use strategy. And if you know a little bit about the world that you live in, you can actually use what you know to do those things. There we go. Alright, I am officially bound in Freeport. And you're out in Commons?
Yeah, not far from the tunnel.
These guys are
running a couple bugs in a circle.
You're not far from the tunnel?
No. In
Okay.
fact, I'll move over to the front of the tunnel.
I'll be over there in just a second. Yeah, I did notice that World of Warcraft did seem to incorporate aggro radius a little bit more smooth. You know, like in this game, it seems to be a circle of some sort that's both around the enemy and around yourself. And when they overlap, that's when the enemy will come after you. In World of Warcraft, it seems like a lot of the time it doesn't have to be a sphere of hate. Sometimes it can be an arrow pointing in one direction. So he doesn't see anything behind him, but he sees really far of everything in front of him. And that's kind of interesting so that mobs don't all react the same way. You have to learn how certain mobs react in certain areas. And if it looks like they're pointing in a certain direction with their back to the wall, a lot of the time, if you can sneak behind them, whether you're like an inch away from them or not, they won't even see you. That's nuts, but it's more realistic because you can sneak up on people in real life. And you should be able to do the exact same to animals if they are concentrating in one direction more than maybe they should be. Where are you at?
On top of a hill, and to the left of the tunnel.
Oh, okay, I see the hill you're talking about. There you go. I see ya. What are you doing? You're kiting? You're kiting these?
Why won't I click the follow?
There you go.
Did I lose my speed? I did.
You can keep your speed on. I'll do the area effect.
Alright, that's cool.
Why do you only got 3?
3?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I managed to pick up. I didn't want to get anything too red. Like I said, I suck at these things. I think I got aggro, so if you want to run by them, you should be able to.
Yeah, mine's hitting them. Should kill him here in a second. Oh, I think I got a little bit of aggro off of you.
Yeah.
We could just kill him the old-fashioned way, too, but doing some quad kiting around.
I wonder if yours will override mine. I wonder how that'll work.
Level-wise, I think is how that works out. But it's a dot, not a direct damage thing, so... Like, you don't have to hit every tick on them. At least that's what Nano was telling me. And he's pretty knowledgeable with these things, so... Just kind of curious as to how hard that Lightstone right there, that Will-O-Wisp is going to hit us. Like, I imagine he'd just wipe the floor, to be honest.
Probably stun us.
Let me get rid of songs. I don't know why that one's there anyways. Alright, where's my weapon?
Which one are you? Kubin? Or put
There we go.
this on. Put that on.
Let's see what color this is.
Oh, kind of bronzy-ish. And green.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like, actually kind of looks kind of cool. It matches my gloves a little bit. I like it.
Because you're doing a half elf. You got the half elf look.
Yeah, a little sexy, guys.
I always thought that whatever the armor is, that should always be put on to whatever the player is wearing.
Alright, let's see. Pumas are even and yellow. So let's see what we could do with the yellow. With the two of us. Jeez, look at your armor, dude. You're full decked out.
Mm-hmm.
I should let you pull these things. You got your area effect on?
Yeah, unless I hit the wrong one.
No, it's on. I'll do acceleration. That way if we gotta book it.
Oh, we got a spider.
Why are they hitting me instead of you? Like, I didn't do anything to these guys.
You were first to engage. And I think you actually did damage with your weapon.
He's gonna kill me.
Run it, run it, run it. Just turn your cellulose on.
Oh, it's on. Oh no! This is why I bound close by. Knew this was gonna happen.
He's on me.
He's on you?
Yeah.
You'll be able to take him?
I don't know. If not, I'll pull out my weapons and start beating on him.
Yeah, you might want to do that. He's at 74%. I don't think you're gonna be able to take him. You might want to run it. We'll zone it real quick. He looks like Doctor Strange, but without the cloak. Yeah, a little bit. Try to model it after myself as much as possible, given the...
And why can't I pick my weapons up?
You could pick them up, but you got to remember that your weapon is in your secondary slot.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. I mean, I can't get them out of my inventory.
You're gonna die, dude. You gotta run it. Oh, it's too late now. You ain't gonna get out of there in time. Ugh. That was not good. Wow, it didn't take us too long to get killed.
That's par for the course.
Oh, well. Now we know that we can't take on yellows.
That was yellow. I thought it was even con.
Oh, no. One of them was even. One of them was yellow. So I picked the yellow one thing and like, we can handle that, right? Two of us? Didn't work. Got a Lark killed. He's just a blueberry squashed on the side of the hill right there. How much did that cost you, anyways? Getting your guy all outfitted in that?
Just the gems for each piece.
Oh, because you did them all yourself?
Yeah.
That's still fairly expensive. The gems themselves aren't cheap.
About 100 plat a piece. With the occasional, like, you have to turn some gold in to get another gem.
Right. So about 1,000 to 1,200 maybe for all of it?
Yeah, I would close to say
800?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
I've seen one piece of the Pterodile armor go for about 800 plat. So that's just one piece of it. Here I'm coming back. Where are you bound right now?
Apparently in West Freeport.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
I'm human, so this is where I started out.
Yeah, I started all the way out over in Kinos. I thought that would be kind of a cool place, but I am going to be making a druid in the future, and that's where he's going to be starting out as well. So I'll do the quest over there and explore like the green mist that's in that area that Talon was telling me about. There's a few quests inside the town that started up just because of the green mist going on. So
oh, really?
Yeah, it's something that, he's like, they put a lot of work into recreating, and then like nobody does them. It's kind of
because nobody did them back in the day either.
Well, I think a lot of people just don't know about them, just like they didn't know about them back in the day. Let's see.
Why isn't that working?
What's that?
My spell. I pushed a button, and it just and then doesn't work. Doesn't go on. Now it's working. Gibbs.
Man, look at the tunnel. It's empty. There's very few people over here.
Oh, we're starting to look like Red Server.
And there's dead people everywhere, so there must have been somebody who dragged some monsters in here and killed all the Lobby dudes. There's 3 bodies over here of the same dude, and on each individual one there's a different robe. And these aren't like cheapy robes either. Like that one right there looks like the Froglip Bonecaster robe. This one, I don't know what that is. The green one, you can see like the graphic just slightly, and then you have the white one. Not sure what that is, but you can see that he has the Stein of Magok in there. Maybe is what that looks like, and then the white robe itself. I don't know what this guy's doing, but it looks kind of cool. Let's see, how much time does he have on these things?
Singing Steel Gauntlets, which has Enduring Breath on it.
6 days, 23 hours on all of them. So those all died within about 2 minutes of each other. And then there's another one right here. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's him.
Pepper's pouch.
Huh. I wonder what he was doing. Robe of the Fungi, I think? Yeah, you might be right on that one. This gray one and that white one up there, though, I don't recognize. And then, of course, he has the scythe. It could just be a regular scythe, or it could be one of those really nice ones for a necromancer. One of my character actually has a whole bunch of singing still for this guy, which I'll have to transfer over in a little bit, at some point down in the future. I don't remember if it was my cleric or not.
And where the hell that air elemental come from?
Oh, are you already down there? Yeah, you're about to die again. Yeah, you're gonna be dead.
That's what wrecked everybody in the thing.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were back, dude. You should have told me. I would have come down there and help you out.
At least I'm still level 5. I won't lose any experience.
Yeah, that guy's even.
Yeah, he popped out of the freaking middle of everywhere.
Yeah, the air elemental is a nuisance. He will kill it. Like if you're a low level, if you're coming over here with like a level 1 alt that is just going to sell, make sure you sit past torch number 2 or at torch number 2.
Trains him all the way to the back.
Yeah, usually they won't get to torch number 2, but the thing will walk up here to the very entrance, and it will kill pretty much all the way up to about this point before anybody sees it. And on nights like this where there's not a lot of people, most of the time they get all the way back over here.
Oh, God,
before people even engage it. So if you're way back here, it's a little bit longer for people to run to. May not be as easy for people to find you, although you know there's less people over here, so it should be easier for people to spot you once they get back here. They sit and viz on the dunes. Yeah, somebody just like there's tons of people in here who got wrecked. They were AFK, sleeping, leaving their guys here, level 1s, and this is what happens. Hopefully they're not all bound in like another part of the world, because you know, you have a 3-hour timer on it, and if you're still in the game when this happens, you may not be able to get a res, and then you have to find some way of getting all the way back over here, which is, yeah, just a pain in the butt. Dallaport. Let's come down here and keep his life. Life sucks without P99 auctions. Oh my god. Run! Alright, I found your elemental. He's basically sitting on your corpse.
Corpse camping me, probably, yep.
He's following me right now. So your corpse is free to be gotten.
Yeah, I'm in East Commons now.
I'm running along the right-hand side wall. You'll probably see me if you pass me.
Right hand coming out of the city?
No. Right hand coming from the tunnel. Night Terror, have a good night. Thanks for coming out. Sorry again that you didn't get one of those.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I see him in the distance.
Yeah, he's running past. Alright, well, for the Force beckons me, good to go watch some Star Wars and eat. I'll see you all later. Nice. That sounds like a good night to me. Watching some Star Wars?
Oh, did you see that Lindsay Sterling's video about Star Wars?
No, I've seen a lot of her stuff. I like her music a lot, but you know, some of the plays of her violin for like what was it that she did? She did the one for like Skyrim. Wasn't really a big fan of that version, and then she did another one.
Yeah, her albums are fine, like Ash of the Tides and Round Table Revival, I think it's called.
I mean, there's some of them that you can see she's a lot more passionate about, and some of them you can see that she's probably doing just because she got a lot of requests for it. The one that I can see she's passionate about is the Zelda. She does this one skit where she actually breaks the pots inside this one room, and it's absolutely crazy. Like, it's beautiful the way they put it in there. She's excited and enthused about what she's doing, and I don't know. I didn't get that feeling from the Skyrim one. It kind of just seemed like she's playing the music, playing it really well, mind you. Just, I could be completely wrong on it, but it just didn't seem like she was all into it. Like, maybe not one of her favorite games or favorite songs. Period.
Are you zoning that air elemental off?
Oh, I already did, so it should be going back.
Should have ran it over to the guard. Hopefully he killed it.
I don't know what a hungry is, but I thought the wiki wasn't accurate with the auction tracker. I heard that there was somebody creating another P99 auction here in the future, so that might actually be a thing. Did you get your body?
Yeah.
Where
So
you at?
you buy that first sets of building with the guard.
First set.
The inn.
Oh, where you buy your food?
Yes, I guess you can buy food here. Hey, where's the guard?
Somebody killed him. Air elemental.
No, that elemental would have been toast from that guard.
Ah, yeah. So there's blues out here. We just need to stick to easier stuff.
Green.
Stay away from the pumas.
Oh, that bear's blue, but not you.
You see me?
I said that's not you.
Are you inside the building?
No, no. I'm outside along the path.
Along the path. Oh, there you are. You're attacking another puma?
It just jumped on me.
It's yellow, dude.
I got my weapon though.
Let's see how what we do. 84%.
Yeah, but I'm down to 50.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't think you'll be able to take this guy on. You'd have to run into a guard. I'd do it
There's no
now.
guard here.
I'd do it now, man. Do it live.
This cat's gonna outrun me.
There's no guard over here.
Yeah, I wonder where they are.
I don't know, but you're running in the wrong direction for the zone.
Yeah, this cat's gonna kill me.
Jeez, dude.
See, it can outrun my freaking thing. Guard speed.
Alright, I'm booking it. Wow, we are not having very much luck over here, guys.
I told you, I suck at bards.
Well, no, I mean, you were doing just fine. You just have to watch out for mobs that are way too high for us to take on. And those cats are definitely one of those mobs that are just a pain in the butt. But we have no ability to kill them just yet. I mean, you're decked out. And if you can't take that guy on, if you can't take him, then there's no way we're killing those things. I mean, you're not the best version of a bard possible. Like, you could have the Tao Dao armor on there. You could also have a fungi tunic, and I'm sure you could have some amazing weapons to do some damage with. But, like, that's going to be several thousand plat to get to that point. And neither one of us spent that much money on our guys, so I spent no money on my guy. The stinging steel armor I have on my tunes to give to this guy alone just happens to be random stuff that I've gotten while being in those zones where they drop, and nobody wanting them, and they're going to rot, and things of that sort, so I've managed to pick up a decent number of them. I think I got the helmet, and the boots, and gloves, and I think I might have the sleeves, but I'm not sure on that one, actually. Definitely don't have the pants and the breastplate. Those things are incredibly hard to get. Alright, I'm all the way back. Oh man, this time try not to, I don't know, die?
Alright, I'll give it a shot, but I'm not making promises.
I'm just gonna go for a nice little jog through the forest.
Actually, I
here,
did lose a little XP. I don't think I'll lose a level.
Oh, you do have singing still on your guy, huh? The gloves. The helmet, though, looks absolutely horrible. Looks like you're wearing a trash can on your head.
It looks like a bullet, shape of a bullet, except for the little notch down around the mouth.
I don't think you're the Rocketeer, though.
Blue bullet?
Like the Rocketeer looked
blue
good.
bullet. Maybe later, I get this good part speeds.
Sergeant Slate. Is that the guy who's supposed to be over here? Or he's just a random guard that runs through the zone. I think he's just a random.
He passed back and forth. Guard by that inn.
I'm here soloing Frenzy and Velks on my 54 Necro, and every time I look at your screen, I'm just seeing dead bards. just the way I like it.
No, you're saying one dead bard, multiple, one single, multiple dead bard.
Yeah, it's been a Lar who's died like 4 times or 5 times now. Not much I can do about that one. Couldn't save him if I tried, and I did try on that one. Let's see. Oh, Black Wolf. Buckethead. Why does that sound like a bad heavy metal group?
That's
Or
what Spider-Man calls what's his name from that new Spider-Man series. Um,
like animated? Or
he used to be part of the what the hell comic book series I can't stand. Gamora.
yeah, I couldn't tell you. All right, let's go this way.
You know, we can go kill greens. That shouldn't be too dangerous.
No, there's blues all over the place. We just got to be careful.
The spider right there. That's
That's
green too.
green.
There's about 4 bears over here. Blue. Oh, even con. Where's that puma?
Yeah, we'll leave the puma alone.
I was looking for it because they'll come out of a tree.
There we go. I got a blue. And I have my anthem song up. Chant of Battle.
Slate, if he walks through your area, protect the bush.
You what?
Slate.
Oh yeah, he's running
Watch
around.
out.
Buckethead is a great guitarist. He might be. He just seems like a really bad name. Rocketeer sounds better. Definitely had a Buckethead,
Nova.
but
That's the character's name who Spider-Man calls Buckethead.
Bovine?
Nova.
Nova. Oh, that's
He's
yellow.
from Nova. He's from the Nova Corps.
Let's see. Got some wolves over here. Green. Green. Oh, we got some beetles. There's a beetle over here.
And a snake. That's green.
I have to look at my ranger and see if any of my weapons from him can go over to my bard. I have a great deal of ranger weapons that he can only use 2 anyways, so.
I think I got a couple shields on one of my characters if you need it.
These guys dual wield, don't they?
Yeah, but I don't think right away.
Let's see. Snaky. Nope, you're green.
I'm stuck on a freaking tree.
Where are you at? You're stuck in it, or you're stuck on it?
Stuck on it. I tried to go around it and snagged.
I see you way over there.
I remember back on live, there was big checker patterns in the ground that were missing.
I don't remember that. In here?
Yeah, right here in this section. But
Because they hadn't finished the game, or what?
no, I think the game was glitching.
Oh, well, they'll do that to you when you're, like, having bad internet connections. You might fall through the earth or see through a tree that you're not really supposed to be able to see through. Here's a beetle. Yeah, it's
A
over.
beetle.
Over towards Orc Camp? Actually, it's towards Neck Forest Line. I'm up on a hill. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. I'm probably going to play for another 10-15 minutes, and then I'm going to head out. I got to wake up early tomorrow and get some stuff done. But I do want to thank you again for all watching. Sorry we couldn't get more stuff done over in Seb. Really hoping to show you guys a little bit more of that zone. I know some people out there have mentioned it's your favorite zone, and you kind of want to see some deeper stuff. Unfortunately, if we just don't have the right classes, there's not a lot we can do about it. And tonight, we had a really good group, but just it fell apart. People had to go for whatever reason, wife aggro, things of that sort, and ended up only lasting for, what do you think, about an hour and a half that we were down there, maybe?
Maybe hour 45, if that.
You can't use, until level 17, you can't use 2 weapons. So that is a little bit of time to wait, but not too bad. I'm already level 5, level 17, right around the corner, right? It's not going to take me like more than like 4 months to get to, so I might have to get a weapon and a
It's giant
shield.
scarab, but it's red. You want to try it?
No, we can't even take yellows. Get our butt handed to us. But again, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll definitely catch you next time.